What's up, stranger?
Stress. Been looking for work.
What you looking for?
2 ounces of hard white.
Bitch.
People are always asking me, Kiki, the books that you write, is that about you? Is that about your life? I used to rob drug dealers. I used to traffic drugs. I was a savage. I used to get it, and I didn't care who I got it from.
I've been looking for you for 2 weeks. Where is my money?
And now I can sit here and show you guys a glimpse of my life before I turned it around.
I'm gonna ask you one more time, Kiki. Think harder, right? Where's my goddamn money at?
Mrs. Santana, you look stunning. What are you wearing? And tell us about this new venture in the fashion industry.
I'm wearing a piece from my own line. It's called Kais, designed by my brilliant partner and friend, Karen Blackwell.
Wow. Look at Adriana Santana. She's hot. I don't see Louis anywhere, though. I noticed Sheldon Chisholm and his family are here. Not to mention the other half-dozen criminals in here.
Oh, no, you don't. We're here to have fun.
But why are you here alone? Where's your recently acquitted husband, Louis?
Louis is back home resting. He has his share of bright lights and cameras. We just want to leave that whole thing behind us.
No work today. We've been here for 5 minutes and you're already profiling people? Come on now.
And what else are you looking to see tonight?
All of my friends and to show off her brilliant work. Everything that you're about to see.
We can't wait for it.
The only reason I invited you is because you're my best friend and we never get to spend time together. Plus, you're killing it in that dress. Here comes Jess. I wanted to introduce you to.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nunu Thurman. I represent Detroit, Michigan. And I am known for the movie Surprise. I Am My Sister's Keeper, Dear Future Husband, Diamond Girls, Dirty D Season 2, amongst others. If I'm forgetting anything, charge it to my mind and not my heart. But you can always just look me up and see the projects that I've done and the up-and-coming projects that I will be a part of. You can follow me on all social media platforms. It's the same thing, Nunu Thurman, NUNUTHURMAN.
Rock stars. There's literally nothing like those wild parties. All I did was drink and party and go to rock concerts. So I got VIP access to a certain very hot rock star's room.
This was getting a little intense for my liking.
What's your problem?
Look, bitch, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but you're no better than the rest of us.
Hey, come on, you gotta go. I'll call you.
Hey, what would you say if I were to tell you that rock stars like Terry would pay for your attention and you would be a multi-millionaire because of it?
Where have you been? I've been calling you on your cell phone all day.
At work.
Faith wake up, dope sick, fiending for a sniff. Left the house, ain't tell her husband she was gone, she just dipped.
Why is it that you are taking large sums of money out of our account every single day?
While her family's at home, she's out there chasing that high. Roaming up and down the block, she run into this pimp guy. He's conversating with her, asked her if she trying to make cash. Next thing you know, she's in front of the pink house selling the ass. Then she gets dope sick again. She need that boy, so she out there searching again. She's tired of her life. For years she done wrong. Now she wanna do right. She go to rehab to get the help she need, and she tell her family.
I'm Yoshi Lomax, superstar attorney at law and fugitive.
So, you're the famous Yoshi Lomax. Probably more infamous.
I'm on the run from the federal government for crimes that I didn't commit.
Gentlemen, I'm Deputy U.S. Marshal Sharon Starr. I'll be taking things from here.
Not to mention being on the hit list of at least 3 of Miami's major crime bosses.
I wanted to apologize in person for leaving so abruptly last night.
Welcome back.
That's Vladimir Kuznetsov, a Russian crime boss. He's been a suspect in over a dozen missing person cases.
I mean, I didn't get here to be this successful for doing things the American way.
I need a list of the jury for my case with Honshu.
Oh, really? What's that worth to you? Oh my God, you're such a...
Mr. Santana is to be released upon processing.
So what do you know about Sheldon Chisholm?
What do you want to know about him?
I really need to know if you're going to take my case. I don't have time to play, Miss Lomax.
Money is not a problem.
You know anything about his case?
It's being handled by agents in my field office.
I've learned that in this game of life, in order to win,
Ready to dance?
you gotta play dirty. You might look at me and see a beautiful, confident, successful woman.
Congratulations, counselor. Yet another win.
But underneath, I'm flawed. I'm broken. And I'm scared. So I have no choice but to run until I can find a way to clear my name.
Miss Lomax is now considered a fugitive of the United States. Catching fugitives is my business, which makes her my suspect. You and your associates are relieved.
Look. She killed one of our own.
But I will not give up.
All right, people, listen up. Get a picture of Miss Lomax out there so the public knows what she looks like.
I will not give in.
Okay. People, we got a game plan. Let's break and execute.
I will not get caught.
Time to go hunt.
Chastity, the social media influencer and rockstar killer. Maria, from Miami. And Lucy, aspiring actress. Sydney, hip-hop lover and writer, so I'm told. And my quiet one, Mackenzie. Well, hello ladies. I'm Bella. I have a question for everyone. Why do you think rich men cheat? Control. I'm going home.
Don't go.
Attention.
You bring the total package to the table. You just need the right friends.
Are you my friend?
No, but you can be mine.
And power.
I stuck my neck out for you.
Thank you!
And I pulled the strings to get you onto this show.
Take all three away, and he becomes desperate.
So, what's with the apples?
Well, it represents knowledge, wisdom, beauty, and power. Here, you will learn how to gain ownership of all.
I'm gonna send you the money for the ticket, and I already have your room set up at the Palms.
You do that, babe. Because once you have possession of the apple, no man alive will have power over you.
You make it sound so easy.
Oh, it's not easy.
Brett, look, I'm sorry.
Save it! Save it!
I get no auditions.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
I get no callbacks.
I really need to get upstairs. They stole all my money.
I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but you're no better than the rest of us.
Right now they have a do not disturb until this afternoon. If they call you, great.
How is he gonna call me if he doesn't?
If not, charge it to the game.
Make no mistake, ladies. In order to succeed in this game, you must be willing to play it out till the very end.
This business is all types of savage. What are you doing?
But if you follow my blueprint, I guarantee you will become a millionaire within the next 3 years. Possibly way earlier. So, are you ready to take that step?
Another day, another dollar. Ain't about money, don't you holla. 100 miles and racing, and that money conversation been my only motivation, yeah.
Up y'all, this is Rayon Lawrence, and you're watching Real Talk. Up y'all, this is Rayon Lawrence, and you're watching Real Talk with the director.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Catherine Nunez, and you're watching Real Talk with the director and the counsel on the IE Network.
Real Talk.
Hey, I'm Gina Lou, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hey, what's up? It's Logan Browning, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Real Talk.
Hi, this is Alana De La Garza, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hi, I'm Diane Franklin from Better Off Dead and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. You're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hi, this is Monique Dupree, and you are watching Real Talk with the Director on Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, I'm Stormy Maya, and you are listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
It's Vicky Judy. Orange is the new black, and I'm here with Real Talk.
Yo, what up? This is Jay Ellis, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio. Keep it locked.
Hi, I'm Frida Parks. You are listening to Real Talk Radio with the Director. Hey, I'm Issa Rae, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Nothing more, nothing less. What's going on? Welcome to another edition of Real Talk with the Jedi Council and the Director. I'm the Director. We'll be with you for the next 120 minutes or so. Real Talk's brought to you each and every Monday by B2S Media. We broadcast live via the World Wide Web on youtube.com/IE Network TV. And of course, the social network itself, Facebook, aka Meta. I don't know what StreamYard is having some issues with the it should be way cleaner than this. I'm looking at the feed on YouTube and it's not so good. Chat room, how you doing? How's it looking out there? Is it looking blurry? Is it looking, I'm talking about my picture here. StreamYard got to get it together. What up, no nonsense? What up, Joseph Tanner? Always in the building, holding it down. Appreciate you. Yes, Libra gang. That is right. That's right. It's Libra season. Wow. Already. Oh man, it is Libra season. That's what's up. Yeah, shout out to all my Libras out there. You know what I mean? We started taking over late September. Now we're going to pretty much rock out most of October. Then come my October Scorpios. Look out for them. I got two of my very small circle of really good friends. Dare I say best friends. Are October Scorpios. One of them is my co-host. Is one of my co-hosts, Kev. So yeah. But right now, we'll get to them later. Right now, it's Libra season, baby. Word up. So that's what's up. Shout out to homegirl Diosa, aka Adiana. She is her birthday was yesterday, October 1st. It's starting already. There's a few of them. There's Rob Riley is in October. Shout out to actor Rob Riley. You know him from the remake of Dynasty that's been running for the last 5 seasons. It just stopped. They just ended the show. Before that, he was on Hit the Floor. He's in a lot of movies. There's a movie that just came out called The Past that just kind of came out. I think it's on Peacock or maybe Tubi. I don't know. Yeah, so he's doing his thing. Shout out to him. His birthday is right around the same time. Mine's the 14th. I think his is I want to say his is around the 13th. Or the 6th. It's either a couple days after or a couple days before mine. I don't remember. But shout out to him. Who else do I know? There's a lot. Me and Usher share a birthday. Shout out to Usher. Well, like I said, my birthday's on the 4th. It's not till a couple of weeks. But yeah, me and Usher share a birthday. We mentioned last week that Usher is doing the Super Bowl. Finally they tapped him to do the Super Bowl, and I'm sure he's gonna bring the ruckus, bring the mother effing ruckus. He gonna do his thing. Should have been, it's long overdue. So with the latest news, with the ratings going up, I'm sure they'll be tapping Taylor Swift. They probably would have tapped her this year. But next year, they're tapping Taylor Swift to do the Super Bowl halftime, I'm sure. That's like a no-brainer, given all all the publicity she's bringing the NFL just showing up to games to see her boyfriend. Ain't that something? I'll get into that more, but they did say, like, Sunday Night Football had one of the highest ratings it's had in years. When you get a chance, when you come through the door, take our poll. I put up the poll. So yes or no answer. Would you be willing to watch a movie that is strictly AI actors? So that means it would be new actors. It wouldn't be no one likeness that but just willing. Would you be willing to give it a chance? Check it out. So answer the question when you come through. Answer the poll. It's a yes or no. I'm just curious about the people out there. Would you be interested? Would you be interested in entertaining an AI, a movie with AI? Because completely AI movie. So that means it's made within the computer. It's all artificial intelligence actors. Just curiosity. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, and that's that. So we got the weekend recap. It's brought to you by boxofficemojo.com for the weekend of September 29th through October 1st. And number 5 on the list is The Blind. I've never heard of that movie. Well, there's no actors going out promoting movies, so that's one reason why I didn't hear of it. If you don't catch it on the internet on a trailer, maybe if you see it in a movie. But anyway, that's number 5 on the list. Then number 4 is The Nun 2. It's starting to slip down, but it's already made its money. The Nun 2 is now at $232 million worldwide. Good job. It hasn't even been out a month when you think about it. That's scary. See what I did there? No pun intended. But that's scary. It's only been out since April 8th. Since September 8th. So it hasn't even been out a month. It's made almost 250 million. So that's great. That's a good job. Number 3. The Creator. I know Ralph said that he saw it. He was impressed by it. Once again, I've heard of the movie, but it's not obviously getting any publicity because as we're starting to realize that the actors going out promoting the films is a big part of publicity because it saves the company's money. Doesn't say money, but it kind of does. I think that's easier to pay for an actor to fly somewhere and do a show than it is to pay for a bunch of advertising all over the place. But yeah, so The Creator is number 3. It made, right now it's up to 32 million worldwide. It made 14.1 million over the weekend. Saw 10 is, damn, they got 10 Saw movies? Wow. Or did they just jump to 10? Did they do like somebody else did that? Or maybe I'm thinking about Apple with the iPhones and stuff. They get to a certain number and then they just jump. But Saw 10 it made 18.3 million, number 2 on the list. It's at 29 million worldwide, almost 30 million, 29.6 million. And it just came out September 29th. So I'm gonna give that some time. And number 1 at 22.8 million over the weekend. Dun, dun, dun. The Paw Patrol movie. Oh, my daughter, my youngest daughter, Sadara, she would love this. I'm gonna have to take her to see it. She's already she saw like the little trailer commercial for it because they're pumping it on like Paramount Plus. You see the commercial for the Paw Patrol movie. She's like, Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol movie just came out on the 29th. It's top number 1 movie of the weekend. It made $47 million worldwide 22 million domestic. And yeah, it opened in almost 4,000 theaters, 3,959 theaters. A super big, nice release for that for animated. Hour and a half. Oh yeah, they're gonna be going on with this. An hour and a half of Paw Patrol. Oh my god. I see. Yeah, my daughter plays this every day. She's watching this show all the time. So that's whatever. So that's a double one show. That's your weekend recap for the weekend of September 29th through October 1st. Here, brought to you by BostonWasMojo.com here on Real Talk. You're watching Real Talk. You're listening to Real Talk with the director and the Jedi Council. I'm the director. And I brought my Jedi Council with me. If you don't believe me, that's your problem. Here they go.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. That's your problem. That's a new one.
Yo, man.
That's a new one. Like, man,
on,
that's rough.
Oh, if you don't believe me, that's your problem. Yeah, right. What's going on, man? So Ralph, you did see the creator, you said?
Man, I saw it Saturday night. I saw it Saturday night, and I was blown away. It's probably the best science fiction movie I've seen in a while. I mean, Garth Edwards, basically he gave us, because he did Rogue One. Basically, he gave us Rogue One on Earth. That's what he did. I was just wow. That's all I could say. It was wow. You know, and what my wild part is that this movie will not make money back because of the strike. The actors. This is a movie that needs promoted. It is
needed to be promoted.
It's very topple with the idea of AI in it, because that is a key plot point in the movie is artificial intelligence, right? So it's certainly very much in line with what actors are striking over, but without the actors to promote the movie, it is not going to make its money back. It's just a shame because it deserves it.
Wow, interesting. Yeah. Well, I mean, you really don't realize as much till you see the fact, the result of it. Actors, because you take it for granted that a talk show is on and an actor shows up every night. We think about it, like Tonight Show, Jimmy Kimmel, whatever. Every night they had a different, for the most part, an actor that's promoting a movie. Almost every night, a different one. So you got movies released at the same time, different. Can you imagine the run they would have had? Because they did they get a chance to get? Even though they did, obviously ended up not needing it. Talking about Barbieheimer, because they made their money, but I don't think any of the talk shows got a chance to get them. I don't know if they got them ahead of time. They didn't even get a chance to get them ahead of time. Yeah. Like I said, it was just they did. Barbie was not. I never worried about Barbie making money. I don't know if it was gonna make $1 billion, but I didn't worry about making money because it's just one of those franchises, experience and stuff like that. People, women were going to jump at the opportunity to go dressed up like Barbie and do the photos in the wrapper that makes it look like you in like one of the Barbie boxes and just make a whole thing out of it. But other movies such as like what you said, this film here, you would have needed who's in this? Jonathan Majors. Who's in this movie? I don't know.
David Keith
John
Washington.
Washington.
And everybody who hates on that dude.
Wait, who? You said David Keith? Who?
Denzel Washington's son.
Oh, John David Washington. Yeah, you
John
said
David Washington.
Yeah.
I was like, David Keith. I didn't even hear the Washington. All I heard was Keith. That's why I was like, David Keith? He's in this? He's in a whole.
Oh no, his name is Keith David.
Keith David. Yeah, no, there's two. There's David Keith. Yeah, Keith David's the one that's black dude that's in everything.
Yeah.
And David Keith is the dude from. Remember, he was the original father in Firestarter.
Oh yeah.
He played the father, and then he was
also
in
the gentleman.
Major League. Right. Also, he was in a Major League 2. I think it was. Or was it 1? Yeah, 2. He was funny.
No,
he was funny in that. He's like, yeah, that was when Charlie Sheen had got a big head. He started naming his pitches. Yeah, I call this one the Terminator. And he's like, oh yeah, and they're in batting practice. He's like, I'm working on a new pitch. If you can get a piece of it, you can name it. And that was he said it to David Keith. And he pitched it to him. He said, crack. He said, how about the masturbator?
Gets over the plate.
He knocked it way out of the park. He was like, how about the masturbator? And so yeah, but he's in other stuff too. But yeah, Keith David. So this is Denzel Washington, John David Washington, or whatever. Okay, that's cool. So this is the second really big, science fiction type of film. Yeah, that he's been like a star in. That's cool. I wonder if he's gonna get bug and move over to the sci-fi, adventure side of things. He did get a lot of hate from the other one, right?
Yeah, he got a lot of hate from the other one. I'm like, he bodied that movie.
But I don't even know why people hate on him. Because he Denzel Washington. I mean, is it because he's he's not Denzel Washington?
Well,
no, because
too,
like
he played football.
He's Denzel's kid.
He did play. He's the one that played football. I thought his other son played football.
Yeah.
No, he played football, and then he switched over to acting when he left football.
He was on Ballers. Yeah, because he was the guy on Ballers.
I remember him in Ballers. Yeah.
I was just sitting there. I was just sitting in the theater for Saturday night. Man, this is a really good movie, but my thought just kept saying it's not gonna make any money. It's not gonna make any money back because there's nobody to promote the thing because it's something that needs to be promoted. And so the other things, I saw this really good trailer to this movie with Henry Cavill coming out in February. When I first saw it, it was like another chapter of The Kingsman, because I see Samuel L. Jackson and Sophia Boutella in it. And, it's like a prequel. Nah, it's some totally original movie about this woman who writes books, and her books mirror stuff going on by the CIA. So they use her to try to figure out what's going to happen in the future. Sounds crazy, but the cast looks amazing. If the strike isn't over with, that movie's going to make no money because none of the people, and you got heavyweights in this movie, nobody's ever promoted.
Wow. Yeah. That's what it's because, now that the writer's strike is over, the talk shows are going to get back rolling, but what are they going to be talking about? We don't know. I mean, they could talk about a lot of things because they're talk shows, right? I mean, they're still not going to be able to bring on like guests, like actors and stuff, because the actors can't, if it's anything that has to do with. But the actors the Screen Actors Guild has sat down with the MAPTP or whatever they called, AMPTP today. So, but they're just starting. They're still, they're still talking. It's just preliminary talks, so we'll see. One of the people that was covering it said, don't get your hopes up that anything's going to happen in the next couple days, but they are talking. They are at the table finally. It did start today. It says SAG-AFTRA and studio CEOs start talks today, with revenue sharing still divisive issue. Quote unquote, be cautious expecting a quick deal, someone says. So that's what it is. Won't be, I don't think it's gonna be a quick deal because they're obviously the main thing that they're talking about, as we kind of talked about in the past, the revenue sharing part of it. Now the WGA's terms had came out. I know I had put them in the room sometime somewhere. I'm gonna have to pull it up again. And the terms for it's pretty good. I mean, obviously they were satisfied with it because they signed it. So, um, but it definitely is doing writers. They seem pretty happy with it. They definitely got the raises they were looking for. They definitely got the raise and residuals that they were looking for. Um, the AI situation, which really surprised.
Are you
Because
breaking up, bro?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. They got pretty much what they wanted out of that. Um, like I said, I guess because the writers they always say, or they've always said, the ones that I know, that they have no problem with working with AI and using it. They just don't want to be replaced by it. So there's guarantee writers room. There's things in the contracts that guarantees a certain amount of people, at least a minimum amount of people in the writers room, humans. There's also something else in there about AI, but they're at a point where, listen, we have no problem using AI if it's going to enhance or it's going to help us finish scripts faster, just by whatever organization, whatever the case may be. But they also agree that they're not going to use AI to completely write a film for them, but it's good to use it to whatever. So, which is what I said from a long time ago, because I told you I've been doing so much deep dive on AI. I'm like, if you use this the right way, it'll really speed up the process of filmmaking. It'll speed up the process of writing the scripts, getting them done, ready to go. And I'm sure if you use it also in if you use it also in if they end up using it in filming process, it can speed up the filming process. I don't think they should, it should be crazy, but they filming up if they can speed up the film process, then yeah. So that's that. I think we still got some time on our hands before we see any real progress with this with the actors. So hopefully that picks up. So I was talking about right before I brought you guys on, since we Monday Night Football tonight, Sunday Night Football. Got a chance to see some of the highest ratings that it's seen in many years.
Oh Lord,
Why?
please.
Not because the Jets were playing for the defending champion Chiefs. No, that's not the reason. Why? Because the Swifties were tuned in. Taylor Swift was in the building, and everybody, not everybody, but damn near, but the Swifties, all her fans, her fan base, completely tuned in just to see her in the crowd every time they put the camera on her cheering. What up, Cuzzo? And then, so the Jets are playing the Chiefs. Travis Kelce, as everyone should know at this point, is now dating Taylor Swift. They came out official with it last week when Chiefs had their home opener I think it was their home opener, but they were at home. And Taylor Swift shows up with Travis Kelce, hand in hand, arm in arm, whatever. And then she's sitting in the suite with his family, his mother, things like that. Mama Kelce. And so yeah, you see, there was this thing I saw online. The Taylor Swift fans, they're so annoying. The Swifties, they're annoying. They're not as annoying as the Barbs, and they're not as annoying as the Beehive, but they're annoying in their own right. But they're like, oh, you. There was something where this guy talking to his wife, and she's obviously a Swiftie, and she's like, yeah, she really helping his career. And he's looking at her, and he said,
Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud? Did I say that out loud?
He said, please don't say that. Here's what he said. He said, please don't say that out loud in public. That's what he said to his wife. He's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, oh, yeah, she's ready. And then someone else, one of the other fans, yeah, she's helped putting them on the map. And then you had another fan. They showed that during Sunday Night Football. They had other fans tuning in. I've never watched a game of football in my life. I'm about to tune in and watch tonight. And then someone else was like, I'm trying to look up and figure out who this Kelce kid is. This is what the guy says. Kelce kid. First of all, he's a grown-ass man. Number one. Second of all, if you have no idea who this person is, why are you watching football? Well, we know why. They want to get a quick glimpse of their girl Taylor Swift in the stands. They can only have the camera on her, but so many times for so long. So you're going to have to sit there and watch the game and see if you can see her cheering. Okay. Boy, these fandoms.
I'm gonna say this to all you Swiftie fans, because I know some of you who watch the show live or watch it on replay because you hit the subscribe button and the like button and you're tuning in. So let me just say this. All of you Swiftie fans need to stop it. Taylor Swift, as talented as that young lady is on her own stage, has nothing at all to do with the game of football. Because she's in the stand, he is not going to catch more passes. They're not going to throw more passes to him. He's not going to run faster. He's not going to break more tackles. He's doing none of that other stuff. So with her in the stands, and let's be real, there are a bunch of football players, baseball players, basketball players that have a girlfriend, a jump off, or a wife that is some sort of high profile person. Reggie Bush was at the time married to Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Okay. David Johnson was married to Halle Berry. He did marry her. He did marry her.
Reggie Bush wasn't married to Kim Kardashian.
I thought he married her. I know she was married to the guy from
the Nets. Dating.
She was married to the guy from the Nets.
She married to the guy from the Nets, and she married Kanye West. That's the only people she married. I think she was married like before she became a celebrity. She might have been married to somebody.
But Giselle Bundchen was married, so it's not like something way out the way. So please.
Yeah, Jessica Simpson was dating Romo. Remember?
Right.
She was a jinx though. Every time she came to the game, they lost.
She was a jinx. Right. So please let me just try to say this as nice as I possibly can for us football fans that know who Travis Kelce is before Taylor Swift came onto the air. Cut it out. Stop it. Relax. Calm down. Unless Taylor Swift is going to get in the shotgun formation in the flanker position and catch a screen pass, taking it for a touchdown, I don't care that she's in the audience.
Oh, she was in a shotgun position, all right, after the game. I'm sure.
Hey, I don't know. That's
lined up. He lined up in the I formation.
And actually, no, because from what I saw, she went to some private club the other night because she was there with Sophie Turner. Okay, so
Well, then after that, it's still
but
after the game.
Do I need to see the whereabouts of her on First Take and ESPN and Channel 7? I don't. Who cares? She's not nothing to enhance football.
Well, I mean, it's not enhancing the game; it's enhancing the experience, not the experience for us, but for the. No, it is enhancing the ratings, because the ratings are the highest that they've ever been in a long time, in a very long time.
That's one game, unless the Kansas City
last
Chiefs.
game too, the game that they was the first game, that also was a very high rated. I mean, it's bottom line is it's rated. The ratings are going up, and of course they're going to entertain this because it's just bringing a whole new audience to them. So they're going to entertain this as much as possible. But the funny thing is, the NFL tried to go even further. They tried to get Taylor Swift. They tried to license her songs to play during the games, whether it's like during the commercial breaks or whatever the case. And she said no.
No, and she right. No,
she right for doing that.
No,
she right for that. That kind of shows also that she's just there because she's supporting her dude. Because remember last year she was supporting the Eagles because she had the Swift jersey. Because Swift on the Eagles, she had the Swift jersey. Just supported the Eagles or whatever. But this is what happens. Chicks,
exactly.
Women they date men on teams. They support the team.
Right. So all you Swiftie fans, calm the hell down, because I'm gonna tell you this: unless you sit there and say, "Well, I didn't know anything about football until Taylor Swift started watching the play date in the guy. So now I'm gonna watch Chiefs. If the two of them break up, which is a high possibility, are you still gonna watch football? Or are you gonna turn it off?
They probably gonna turn it off.
Then
they're gonna do what Taylor Swift does.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Exactly. You're gonna shake it right off. Do that fake. I like Taylor Swift, but I think she's a little phony when she's at award shows. She's dancing to every song. She's just trying to fit in with everybody.
Yep.
Well, I mean, she you know what? I look at it like, whether it's phony or not, she's already built that persona of being like the quote unquote nice girl, the support.
Yeah, so she got to keep it up.
Even if she got to keep it up because she knows the camera's going to be on her, and that's called media training, and she knows when you go to these award shows, because you win so many awards. Every time you don't win an award, the camera's going to go on you, because that's what they do on every show. They always, the people who's nominated, but see, a lot of people don't follow that manner and be like, well, whatever. Some of them look salty, some of them look upset, some of them look like they don't care, whatever the case may be, and some of them look genuinely happy. So, yeah, she's always, dancing along, and she's always, clapping real, as a matter of fact, if it wasn't for her, when Nicki Minaj got her Icon Award, she was the one who was telling people to stand up. She got up and was telling people to stand up. She wouldn't have got Nicki probably wouldn't have got a standing ovation if Taylor Swift did not edge the crowd on to give her a standing ovation. So now I don't really have a problem with that, honestly. I mean, if that's how because we don't know if she's fake or not. We're just assuming that she might be fake doing that. Maybe she's genuinely cool with it.
No, I have a strong feeling that I agree with what you guys said, that she has to keep up, because ever since Kanye, when he did that tour and she took the higher road, everybody's like, oh, she's so nice. And I've seen her do, when people come there and perform live, and you can see her saying, oh my God, that song is so great. No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's
but
garbage.
like I said, but here's the thing though. Like I said, I'm not gonna get on her for that, only because of the fact that whether she genuinely means it or not, it's still the right thing, at least in her mind, the right thing to do. It's the nice thing to do. She don't want no beef with nobody. And you gotta remember now, whether or not it all depends. Whether or not, some people like her, she wins so many awards anyway. So if she loses a couple of them, so what? She's always winning awards. So someone else wins, it's like, oh, okay, cool. Let me clap for them. But yeah, so she knows. She always knows wherever she goes, the camera's on. And remember, the week before, last week, people were, it seems like people find reasons to hate on this girl. I don't think that's necessary because we don't really know that much about her to know whatever. Because most of the time, this is one of her most public relationships. Normally, her stuff is private until after she break up with them.
Yeah,
like when she break up with him, she writes songs about it.
Write that song,
but normally it's like, oh damn, she was dating, John Moya, whatever his name is, whatever the guy she was dating at one time. She did she's dated a lot of famous guys, but you don't know she was dating them till after they broke up. And shoot, Taylor's like, look, I'm about to write me a new album. Let me get somebody. Let me get in a relationship. I need to write a new album. But yeah, people were hating on her because I meant to mention this last week, because her and Kelsey bought out a restaurant. People were already there, so they paid for everyone's meal, but they had to leave. They had to take it to go. So that's what they said. They said Taylor Swift and Kelsey are coming to, this was a restaurant in Kansas City, and they were like, or Kansas, somewhere it was, but it was close to Kansas City. And they were like, they're coming to the restaurant, and they're gonna pay for your food. And so they paid for everyone food in the restaurant, but they had to leave. So
I wouldn't have went nowhere.
Oh, I ain't going to that damn place.
So yeah, it was like, so it's funny. So you have people like,
or I would be like, or I would have just said, oh really? Well, I tell you what, I originally was getting the 3-piece. Now I want 2 buckets. I want 2 buckets to go.
Nah, they were at a restaurant. I'd have ordered everything on the menu. So, but the bottom line is, it didn't matter because shit, I'd have took that free food. Free is for me. I'd have been like, let's give me a doggy bag. I'm out. I would took enough.
I would took enough food for a week.
I was like, I was ordered the salad. Let me get that steak. Let me get that salmon.
Let me get that porterhouse. Let me get the porterhouse with the.
Let me get the filet mignon. Exactly. Because I was about to order this.
I was on a budget. I came in here on a budget. Now guess what? Budget blown.
Now I'm about to ball out to a fallout. You know what I'm saying? Because if you want me out of here,
I don't like lobster, but I'm gonna try it today. Yep.
If you want my money, I mean, not my money. If you want
my space
out of here, you want me out of here. I need to ball out. You know what I'm saying? So I'd have said, yeah, give me all the expensive stuff on the menu, and
all the column A and all the column B.
Right, and
I want all my sides.
Yes, and give me the doggy bag, and I'm out. Y'all can have the restaurant. Ain't no restaurant to me that important if I can leave out of there with a free meal. And when me and my wife went to one of our favorite places, Bonefish Grill, and we were there, and we was there with some friends. I think we might have been celebrating an anniversary or something. But anyway, the person brought out the drinks, and for whatever reason, it was like we got like the frozen margarita joints, and the bottom of the glass, as she was handing it over, the bottom of the glass just fell out. I don't know why. I don't know if the glass was already cracked or something, and the heavy weight from the thing fell out, and it fell all over our table. Some of it on us, some of it on. And they were so mortified. They said, just order whatever you want. It's on us.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Boy, I would have. Boy, Bonefish. If for those of you who don't know anything about Bonefish Grill, let me tell you something. Boy, that shrimp, that whatchamacallit shrimp. Boy, let me tell you something. If I would have been at that table, I'd be like, just keep it coming. Just keep it coming. Give me a steak and just keep that shrimp coming. I forgot what the name of that shrimp is. It's been a while since I ate a bonefish.
I used to get stuff. I get to get the stuff. They had the stuffed mahi, and then they had the stuffed tilapia. That was before I stopped eating tilapia. But before I stopped eating tilapia, they used to have the stuffed tilapia. And it was really stuffed with crab meat and oh my God, I love that place. That place.
Yeah, they got really good food. I mean, I went actually a couple of times. I hung out with Kerry, and you go to the bar at the Bonefish. Yeah. I consider the bar all day.
Yeah, Sherman put me on to Bonefish. So him and Kerry probably been there together before. Sherman was the one who put me on to Bonefish Grill.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so my point is also it's very nice, good food, but it ain't cheap there.
Oh no, it
it's
ain't.
not cheap.
It ain't cheap.
It's not cheap. So I was ecstatic. I was like, yeah, go ahead, drop that shit all over me.
Nah, but I believe, Kev, like for that night, Bonefish Grill would have been the same thing as Red Lobster with the endless shrimp. Keep it coming.
Yo,
keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Looking at me like this dude.
What cartoon? There's a cartoon that has that scene where the waiter it's just a line of waiters that just keeps coming out those double bouncing doors.
Yeah. Simpsons. The Simpsons. When they took Homer to hell and they said your penalty is you're gonna have to eat all these donuts, and they kept feeding him though he kept saying more. So you see skinny Homer, then you see real big Homer, and he's like more.
Oh
they're like, we don't have no more donuts. You ate them all.
Oh,
I want more. I want more.
Boy, yeah, that's too funny. But yeah, so you have people going on. What the hell think she is? The white privilege. I'm like, now look, she ain't the first superstar to buy out a damn restaurant. Now maybe I don't know. I've never heard of people already being there, and she's saying that people wanted people to leave. But I mean, it's not like she's the first. There's been plenty of times people have shown up to their favorite restaurant and didn't realize that it was bought out by some celebrity that night. It's not the first time that's ever happened.
And you know what? And what black people got to realize too is that Taylor Swift is to other
Beyonce.
people. She's not just Beyonce. She's Mary J. Blige.
Right. She's all of the people that black people love and honor, and that like Beyonce. She's definitely, because her tour was Beyonce's tour is neck and neck as far as money wise.
Oh, did y'all see that? Wait a minute, did y'all see that today? What Beyonce posted? He said, asking you guys, her concert movie is coming out in fall.
Yeah. Oh, she already had that planned. She had that planned. That the whole, that's why this concert was so long. Just had so many legs because they were filming the whole time. So and she'd been filming behind the scenes stuff. She's smart, man. That's how she knows this concert is gonna make her $1 billion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because she's doing so much. I mean, look how long she was doing it, and she wasn't even in America yet. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
She ain't even started in America yet.
Yeah, she was
now she's almost
first.
done. Yeah. Now it's almost done. And so it wraps up, I think, this month, and it's gonna be out in December.
Yeah, and the crazy part is that if people don't know, let me tell you something. These Fathom Event concerts work. I did 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I had walked out of damn it, what movie did I go to see? I can't remember which movie I went to go see, but when that movie was over, before I came home, I went and stopped in the IMAX theater because they had Metallica playing.
Yeah.
For live concert.
Taylor Swift's movie was in the theaters, and now it was.
Yeah, it was. But last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, last week
it
was in the theater.
Streamer. Yeah, it's
and hers is actually, I'm lying. Actually, I'm lying. Metallica was in a regular theater. Taylor Swift was actually her show was in IMAX.
IMAX, yeah, smart. She made. I mean, matter of fact, a lot of people were saying, Beyonce kind of peeped that. She peeped that. You know how they do. They ain't no stranger to whiten out, as my brother used to call it, whiten out stuff. So, but so yeah, they peeped that, was like, yeah, we gonna do that, and it's smart, regardless of what reason you're doing it. It's smart.
I don't even call it white. That is not whiting out. That's just like, oh, that's the hustle. Okay, let me get my money on. You know what I'm saying? It's like when people are on the block. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's what's moving out here now. All right, let's go.
Yeah. So while all y'all out there looking at Taylor Swift, wait till December when that Beyonce show, because listen, look, in essence, who I feel a little sorry for is Beyonce fans, because a lot of y'all gonna feel salty, say, wait a minute, I just paid $1,600 for these tickets.
That's okay. They're gonna turn right back around and pay. If they paid that much, they're gonna pay $20 to go see it.
They'll see it again. They're gonna see it again.
Yeah, they're gonna see it again, because actually that's a privilege to them. They'll be like, "Damn, I get to see it again," because they know they couldn't afford to see it twice in person.
And now this time I'm a whole lot closer, because the camera gonna be right up there at his face.
It's gonna be great. I mean, this is going to solidify the $1 billion take home, because it hasn't been announced yet that she's made $1 billion in the tour, and the tour is almost over. But between that and this, $1 billion, and then wait till it goes to streaming.
Yeah,
wait till it goes to where people are able to buy it and have it and own it.
Yeah,
come on. This is her retirement plan, bro.
I came up with this plan.
This whole concert is her retirement plan.
I had came up with an idea about a year, right? When we could, in my other field, we were talking about OnlyFans, and because this was like when Bella Thorne or OnlyFans, I said, you know what? If Beyonce really wanted to shut down OnlyFans, this is what she got to do. All she got to do is rent a concert hall somewhere and recreate her Coachella performance. Okay, just recreate it. Put it on OnlyFans for $10 per person. $10. She would make on the first day at least $1 billion the first day.
She'll crash the site. That site would be like it'll crash probably from so much bandwidth.
Yeah,
so much
but it
traffic.
Was over. And her doing that, like you don't have to have an entire arena full of people. You ain't got to have an entire arena full of a staff. All you would have to do is basically your light people,
just film it,
and film it, and your dancers, and film the whole.
Make it personal. Make it personal.
Make it intimate.
Make it very personal. Yeah.
Yeah, make it intimate.
And she would have killed.
It's an intimate night with Beyonce, and people be like, "What? Oh yeah, I'm signing up for OnlyFans. I'm doing this.
I'm getting this right now." Because everybody heard about that Coachella thing, and I'm sorry, you Taylor Swift fans. Taylor Swift don't got nothing on Beyonce. I know Taylor Swift is a singer, and Beyonce is more of an entertainer. But you put the two of them head to head,
Well, I mean, she sells more, but that's a whole nother story. She does sell more. I mean, now talent wise, it's a whole that's up to what your taste is.
But then again, Beyonce, I don't know how many cities Taylor Swift's tours on, whatever it is, Beyonce is covering half of that, and she's selling everything. And going to a Taylor Swift concert is not the same on a social media as going to a Beyonce concert. Beyonce concert is like an event. So you go Taylor Swift, like, okay.
Yeah, but I heard Taylor Swift is as well. Stephen A. Smith said it. He was like, he said he didn't inspect it. He inspected. He had to take his daughters. He got two daughters, and they invited 8 friends. He had to pay. I think he said he ended up paying like 10 racks for his his daughters and her friends.
No, but that's not what I meant. He's on tour, right? But Beyonce's been on tour. But if you've been looking at social media for the last 3 months, in between Instagram and Snapchat, all you've seen a lot is of Beyonce's tour. People going, people getting dressed and getting the $10,000 B seats. I think that's what they've been called. Like You know,
Yeah,
I mean, it
the
became like
ones
a
that's
media,
like in the
like a media
nosebleeds,
push.
and
Yeah,
it's just like a media room.
the exclusive Beehive section. It became a media event. I haven't seen that with at least me.
But
I
see,
haven't had
the only
to the same
I'm
degree with Taylor
not
Swift.
100% disagreeing with you. I'm only pushing back because you got to remember the social media works on algorithms. If that's the type of stuff that you know, Beyonce stuff, right? That's gonna come up on your feed. So, you know, because you don't follow Taylor Swift, you don't listen to Taylor Swift stuff, you don't watch her stuff. If you was a Taylor Swift fan and that's what you listened to, it's gonna come in your feed. That's algorithm. So that's I understand that's all you're seeing, and that's all we're seeing because that's our culture and things like that. But there's a whole other culture that we don't even not tapped into. You gotta remember that because Taylor Swift has, you know, her genre of, and she got 2 genres behind her. Because remember, she started as a country artist.
Country singer, yep.
Yeah.
Right. So she's got 2 full genres behind her.
Pop and country.
Yeah, and country. So we don't really rock like that. So that's not gonna come across our feed. But I get what you're saying. I'm not, you know, disagreeing. I'm not saying who's better than who. I mean, you know, my opinion, yes, if I had a choice, I would go see a Beyonce concert before I see a Taylor Swift. But once again, while I have no problem with Taylor Swift, and I do like some of her music, I don't listen to it a lot, and I respect her grind and her gangster, because she actually did what nobody did, you know, was doing. She went and this is how loyal her fans are. She re-recorded. She told her fans, don't buy this version anymore. She re-recorded a 10-year-old album, and everyone went back and bought it.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying that's so she can get her publishing back. That's a big time.
That's a baller
flex.
move. That's a baller move.
That's if that ain't a flex, I don't know what a flex is. And on top of that, she did that as a way of getting her publishing back. Because what did she do? The dude who owned her publishing, she made it useless to him.
Yeah,
I mean, owned her masters. It wasn't really her publishing; it was her masters. The one who owned her masters and didn't want to sell it back to her, she said, "Okay, I'm gonna make it useless."
No problem. To you. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it. Now it's a paperweight. You can take that and put it down. You can have my whole collection of my masters and put it down as a paperweight, because it's gonna be nothing. It's gonna be worth nothing, because my fans are gonna buy the new stuff, because she owned her publishing, she was able to re-record them. That's the difference.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's a boss move.
That's a boss. I gotta tell a Swift story. This is a funny story. When I got back home in the country, I didn't know anything about Taylor Swift. I was walking through New York, and I ran across New York City Fashion Week. Right, I was actually at New York City Fashion Week, and I was hanging out there. I met Chanel Iman and a couple of people. So then I had left, and I'm walking down 6th Avenue, going toward Radio City Music Hall. And I walk into this set, and there's the people out there in the street dancing. I wasn't paying it no mind. I wasn't minding my business. And someone tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Excuse me, are you in the video?" I was like, "What video?" We're filming. We're doing a musical video. It was the night of the MTV Awards. If you all remember that, when she did her song "Till You've Been Gone," it started out in the subway, and then it comes onto the street in New York. So I had walked into, when they were in the dress rehearsal for her film in Streets in New York, I actually met Taylor Swift, because she was the one that asked me, was I in the video? Because I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just minding my business walking through. For whatever reason, the police didn't block the street off. They didn't have security there to top people to go around, or because they were actually filming on 6th Avenue on the 2 blocks that Radio City Music Hall was on. So I never knew that, right? So I was leaving, and I ran to Jay-Z, who I know, and we was talking, and he asked me, do I want to see the show? I was like, yeah, why not? I'll come in. He had a ticket. I was like, I'll come in the Radio City Music Hall. I'm watching the show, and they're showing that on the video, because the train station in the beginning of the video is underneath Radio City Music Hall, and she comes out onto the street. I'm like, wait a minute, that's the girl that asked me I was video. That's Taylor Swift because I had heard on
you had never at that point you didn't know who
You
she
Belong
was
to Me.
when it,
I didn't know who she was. So I had heard the
or
song You
what she
Belong to
looked
Me,
like,
but I didn't know what she looked like because I kept hearing the song. I didn't know who it was. But I thought you just said, wow, I met Taylor Swift and didn't even realize it.
Didn't realize it was Taylor Swift.
Didn't really realize
Well,
it was Taylor Swift.
at least she wasn't a jerk about it. Yeah,
She did not say get the fuck out of get the F out of here. No, she was
Right.
like, excuse me, are you in the video? She's like in the wrong spot. I was like, no, just
Yeah, that's hilarious. That is
I'm just walking through.
Excuse me, you in a video? What?
What
Just
video?
walking through.
I'm just walking. Actually, I was, you know what? I was walking at the way because it had been on, because it was while I was in New York City. Right past Radio City Music Hall was a Tower Records? No, it wasn't a Tower Records. Yeah, it was a Tower Records. And I was going to records, but it had closed down. So I was on my way up there and didn't know nothing about what was going on. I was minding my business. And I walked in and someone tapped me and said, excuse me, are you in this music video?
Are you in this music video? Then get the fuck. No, I'm just saying, get the F out. No, she didn't say that.
She didn't say none of that stuff. So Taylor Swift, I appreciate you not cursing me out for messing up your set that day, messing up your song. I appreciate it. I'm truly sorry. But
you know, in her mind, she was like, who is this over here walking in the middle of my excuse me.
Yo, what the hell is going on?
And you know something, I bet later on she said, let me get this right. Today I had this guy walk into my dress rehearsal for my music video. Kanye embarrasses me on stage. What more do I need to go through today? I need to hit someone with a damn guitar.
Y'all knew.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
I can't stand you
niggers. Yeah, but, yeah. So, you know, it's funny. Yeah, we'll see. But Taylor Swift, from what I heard, I've never met her, never run into her. I don't have any Taylor Swift stories, but I've heard some things about her. I know a couple of people that's met her, and she seems, whether or not maybe she's a complete bitch behind closed doors, but she seems to be a very nice person.
She's probably exact same way, and she's and I'm going to say that she probably is the same way because even behind closed doors, you still got to keep the appearance that you're a nice person because people talk. Look at Lizzo, people talk. So if you act a bitch to someone behind closed doors, how quick is when that closed doors become public?
Yeah, which is why, I mean, that's what happened. Ask Nicki Minaj. You see what I'm saying? Like, Nicki Minaj, one of her biggest mistakes, like me and my brother talk about this all the time. Shout out to Heaven Hollywood. Nicki Minaj's biggest mistakes is the fact that she's not very likable. Like, she's not very, from what people say, she's not very nice. And she gets, and that's because Nicki Minaj at this point in her career, she should have already been moved on to like film, movies, television, or something, because I mean, she's accomplished everything that she kind of needs to accomplish as an artist. So, and she's so talented and got multi-talent as far as like she went, she took acting when she was younger. She went to like an art school or whatever.
That's why she went to the school of performing arts. And
right.
This is why she messed up her Barbie bag. Because Nicki Minaj should have had an appearance in that movie.
She should have had an appearance in that movie. Yeah. She should have been in a cameo in that movie. It was amazing that she wasn't in it. I mean, she still got the soundtrack, but
she should have been in the movie. Same thing with Taylor. I was in the bookstore and I'm looking at this magazine. It was a picture of Taylor Swift on it. I was like, I'm surprised they didn't ask Taylor Swift to be in the movie in a cameo role or something to play a Barbie. Because she looks like a Barbie. I mean, honestly, I can't knock the girl. She looks like a Barbie.
Right. I mean, let me tell you something, dude. Me and my brother used to always say, my brother had this idea. I was right there co-signing it. Nicki Minaj by now, she could have had, if she would have stayed out of, the drama, right? If she would have stayed out of the drama and being, I mean, because once Miley Cyrus did that interview and said that Nicki Minaj is just not. She's kind of a mean person. She's just not a nice person. At that point, that was, and then and because of that, that led to her with Meek Mill putting the battery in her back. But she, she's a grown woman. She made her own decisions. That's what that whole "Hail Miley was good" and all of that stuff. And when all
On
of that
national
happened, that was the
TV.
beginning of the end for her when it comes to the industry, because no one in the industry really wanted to F with her after that. You see what I'm saying? And you know why? Because Miley Cyrus is a low key, you know what I'm saying? She got power on the low. You see what I'm saying? Her pedigree is large. You know what I'm saying? People that from her pedigree, from her father to her godfather is one of the owners of like Sony or one of these big, he's a big dog. You know what I'm saying? So, her basically threatening her on TV, what's good, challenging her, whatever. That was it. That was the beginning of the Operation Deactivate. So
and then that bull that she did with Mariah Carey, that was right there. That was strike number 2.
So
that
she has a reputation of not being likable. This is one reason why so many people got behind. Well, obviously, actually, it's a perfect segue because there's new Kanye West leaked footage came out about him on the phone with somebody saying that Cardi B was an industry plant put in play to take Nicki Minaj's place, and he could be right, which that's come up a lot, but the bottom line is Cardi is more likable than Nicki.
Oh, very much so.
Her personality, she's more friendly. She's more likable. She's more, I want to say relatable. I mean, yeah, she kind of is. And, she's just funny. And, when she's not whatever, yeah, she'd be ratchet. But when she ain't being that way, she's still kind of funny and, whatever. She's a relatable person. Nicki Minaj be on some old, it's like Beyonce. I'm not comparing them, of course, to Beyonce, but Beyonce's just on this level where she doesn't, she's not touchable, so to speak. And that came from Jay. Jay put her on that level where he's like, listen, this is how it's gonna be with you. You the queen. So guess what? People can't get close to you. People can't take pictures of you. People can't do it. And that's what happened. Ever since Jay took over her career, then she ascended to that whole. But see, now you got Rihanna, who's just as big as her, but it's very down to earth, very likable, very relatable. You know what I'm saying? Rihanna chill and hang out with you. You running to her in Vegas. She be at the crap table with you.
Now, what's funny about that? What's funny about those 3 people that you just mentioned? I'm gonna put Beyonce to the side.
Right.
Rihanna's Caribbean, Barbados, and Nicki is Trini.
Trini, yeah.
And what's her face is Dominican. Usually. Especially Dominican chicks from the Bronx. I know because I dated a lot of them.
Me
from
too.
High Bridge.
Me too. Yep.
And the Dominican women be on one sometimes. And they not, sometimes they ain't really nice. And especially the older ones, that, with I ain't going to get to the whole colorism thing, but so it's kind of like the flip. Because I know a lot of trendy women that are just down to earth. They mad cool. They know how to cook. They take, they chill. And Nicki is just, and I don't get it because, I do get it because part of Nicki's problem is she don't think that nobody, that nobody gives her the accolades that she's supposed to get. When a lot of people do. She's in my top 10 of rappers. And then really, she's an MC to me. But then it's the likable part. It's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? How you know what I'm saying? Like, she always talking about the bag. And if you're about the bag, what bigger record would be than if you got Nicki Minaj, Meg Thee Stallion, and Cardi B on the same album?
Yeah,
I mean everything.
this is what we said about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has her, the way she has her little characters that she created. She could have had her own variety show. Like a variety show where she could interview people, she could do skits, do her characters
with her different personalities.
Like she could have been on that level with her different personalities. She could have been on that level already. But with the Roman character and stuff like that, she could have just really I told her, I'm like, yo, man, we need to hit up Nicki Minaj. Like, look, you need to come to the Clark Brothers. We got a dope idea for you. Let's just do this, man. You got your deal with Apple Music. Try to get a deal with Apple TV Plus for your Nicki Minaj show, and it'd be like you'll be like the hip hop Carol Burnett, yo. You know what I'm saying? And just like how I remember they had.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. The hip hop Carol Burnett. I like that.
The hip hop Carol Burnett. Just like how they had. Remember they had the Lyricist Lounge show. Like that show was dope because it was like it was a variety show, but it's really centered around hip hop. And Mos Def really. That's where I really got put on the Mos Def from that show. And I mean, I knew he was already out as a rapper, but I realized how talented he was because he was always on that show. I don't know if he was one of the creators, but he was always on it. And he always had stuff going on. it was a variety show, and her show could be a variety show based around that, where she's doing skits, she has guests, she's interviewing people. I mean, it would be dope, and it would be successful. She can still do it now because she has such a heavy fan base. It would still do well, you know.
And it would turn. It depending on how
people.
She does her
this is
guest,
the thing.
Depending on how she does her guest,
it would really help.
On that. It would catapult her into a whole nother sphere, and it would bring back her. The people who decided to shy away from her. It would slowly start to bring those people back.
She could use this as her olive branch to the people that she rubbed the wrong way. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like have Miley Cyrus come on the show. Y'all interview her.
On the show,
Let's talk it out. Let's talk it out. You interview her and just go whatever. This is your olive branch to the people in the industry that look at you and one of the reasons why she could remember she was supposed to have that documentary on HBO Max so long ago. It's still they shelved it. It still didn't come out. So she had a documentary she was shooting. Because the bottom line is the people in the film world and the TV world are probably thinking, Nicki, nobody really want to F with you because you're not very likable. You're not very friendly.
Sit down and tell her that. If somebody has to really sit down and have a real conversation with her, because she's just not gonna
right, exactly.
Her ego.
And just saying that you're likable. Not likable doesn't mean you have to kiss butt, doesn't mean you have to tap dance. It just means stop being so uptight about everything. Just no big deal.
Chill out.
You absolutely angry, and for what? You're on top of the, and this is the one thing that frustrates me about Nicki. You're on top of the world. There are cats in this game that can't get with you lyrically. And no, she's not an off the dome chick and whatever the case may be, but her pen is crazy. Especially if she get pushed, if you push her in a corner, her pen is ridiculous. And I'm like, you got the talent, you got the skill, and you got the personality to go wherever you want to go. But your ego and your attitude is keeping you here. Her bag could be so much bigger.
Yeah.
So much
she should have been on television. She should have been on the TV show by now, like Eve.
Remember,
like Eve.
Yeah, like Eve did. She should have been had her own. That's what happened because Eve was one of those likable people. She was, she had a personality and she was a likable person, and she went and got her own TV show. I mean, Nicki Minaj should have been had that. But now things have changed as far as distribution. So you can actually do your own thing if you wanted to. If you put some money into it, and you got some people like the Clark brothers that could help you, give you the idea to push this thing and put it together, you go ahead and get it. You already got a deal with not Spotify, with Apple Music.
Apple.
So yeah, so make a deal with Apple TV Plus exclusively to put
go get that.
show.
If you got that documentary over at HBO Max, buy that shit. Be like, yo, you gonna let us on the
she
show?
has to buy it, but she seems like she don't want to. She don't want to spend her own money because she makes little side comments trying to diss Cardi and stuff like that, talking about video. People, but Cardi spends money on her videos. She spends her own money. Record labels ain't paying no $1 million for no video no more. Them days are gone,
that's
long gone.
That was the hustle back in the day. If you had a camera, that was the hustle back in the day. If you had a camera and knew how to operate it, that was the hustle. And you gonna
where is Hype Williams at nowadays?
Nowhere. Exactly. Hype Williams, all these people of the world, that is long gone. Music videos is not in your budget anymore. They don't care about that because there's no real, other than the internet, which is, yes, the internet is great, but I mean there's no video shows anymore. There's no shows that promote videos and show them. So yeah. So I mean, but that's all internet stuff. I'm talking like, there's no, MTV.
Oh, there's no regular. There's no more MTV.
There's no 106 in Park. There's no Rap City the Basement. There's none of those shows no more that focused on music videos. So you do have like some, they got some stuff that's dedicated to that. Like on some of these, if you go to like some of these services that has the all music video channels, like Xfinity has a channel that just shows nothing but music videos. But I stumbled onto that. I was like, oh, what's this? So I mean, like, who even knows that they have that stuff, So otherwise, you just watch it on the internet.
You know what I mean? I have in my storage because I was, when I used to work in my video store, I used to tape videos. We play them all day in the store. We wouldn't play movies, we played music videos.
Yeah.
You could literally track through those tapes. I have 49 tapes, 6-hour tapes each, filled with nothing but music videos. You could track the history. But looking back, remember when ABC used to have a video segment on Friday night? You had TBS,
New York Hot Tracks. New York Hot Tracks.
Hot Tracks.
Yeah, all that
with Carlos
video music.
I got so much stuff. I got so much. Ralph is still around. He is still around, but
Ralph
is
still around. But I mean,
but it's hard. It's hard trying to find a channel that plays music box because nobody really promotes it. It still produces a weekly episode, but you got to search your cable system to see if your cable system even got it. My system doesn't have it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like that was a nice documentary that Nas actually produced about Video Music Box, which was really cool. Very good documentary. Even Nas done crossed over into filmmaking now. You know what I mean? He's got a few joints out that he produced, and some of them he directed. Mostly all about hip hop, which is fine.
Yeah, the Bismarck one.
Yeah.
It's a couple of them that
there's a couple of them that he has. So it's like, listen, Nicki Minaj is long overdue. It's like at this point, stop playing around, man. Like, stop playing around with and going on, going back and forth with these people. Like, just go do your thing.
Does you know good. It does you
no good. And now you got, you wrapped up in nonsense. You still going back and forth. This thing needs to end. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say about that because we move on to other topics. But this thing between her and Cardi need to end because somebody's gonna get hurt behind it. People didn't think how far it would go with Biggie and Pac. To this day, they're still talking about that because it was such a blow to hip hop. They're still talking about now they done arrested Keefy D because he running his mouth, and now they trying to link the murder to him. Well, he was already in the car. We already know that he was in the car, but he wasn't the trigger person, allegedly. So now they're trying to tie that to make him the trigger person because he's the only one left that's alive that was in that car. So
Sugar's still alive.
No, that was in the car that shot.
No, in the car that shot Pac.
The car that shot at them, Keefe D, was allegedly in the passenger's front seat. There was another person driving, his nephew, Orlando Anderson, who most people believed was the shooter because that's the one that Tupac beat up just a couple hours before that at the Mike Tyson fight in Vegas. And then you had the other guy there, I forgot his name. He was on, so allegedly Orlando Anderson took the gun because the other guy had the gun. Orlando Anderson took the gun from him and started shooting at him, which to me makes the most sense. He's the one who got stomped out. It makes the most sense. He's the one that shot him.
He's mad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was mad. He was, and the funny thing was, now that you got people say, oh yeah, they're gonna tie in Puffy. Puffy's next. Blah, blah. I'm like, listen, there is nothing other than Keefe D, his word only, that can prove that Puffy put a hit out on them. Allegedly, there's no proof of that. The only proof is Keefe D saying it happened. That's it.
And you know what? And to keep it a stack, it don't even really matter because the streets know what happened, and
the streets know exactly what happened, and no one will ever know the truth, because first of all, Suge was in like Ralph mentioned, Suge was obviously in the receiving car. He's still alive, and he say he know what happened, but he ain't gonna tell. And then you got right, he ain't saying nothing. Then you got Keefe D. He's the only one still alive. But see, the problem is Keefe D going around just clout chasing, because yeah, right. And now they come back out because he had like some sort of immunity or something at one point. So it must be something specifically that he wasn't supposed to talk about that he did that kind of overrode the immunity that he had, because that was the whole point. He had immunity. They were using him to put the pieces together of Tupac's murder. So, you had Greg Caden, whatever his name is, that the cop who was working with the feds, and he's the closest person to this case, other than that other guy who was working on the Biggie case years ago. Yeah, and he's the only one said. But they had at one point allegedly almost solved the Tupac murder. They had a whole thing connection to Orlando Anderson.
Yeah, Orlando, yeah.
And Vegas police didn't want to reopen the case.
That was the main reason why I got shut down, because of Vegas police.
Because they was like, yo, we got for rent like ballistics and this and that, and I think they recovered a gun and everything, a potential murder weapon that they had recovered. And Vegas was like, nah, that case is closed. We're not reopening that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, it's closed, but you don't know who did it.
Again, that goes to all you people out there who say why we say Black Lives Matter. That's why we say Black Lives Matter, because they don't give a damn about us. We can get shot down in the middle of the street, and they will shut down a whole investigation. Be like, nah, just another person dead.
Same thing with Biggie. They you gotta remember the Kading and that whole team had to be put together because Mrs. Wallace was going to sue the state of California. I think she still ended up suing them, but because she was going to sue them and put them back into the Stone Ages, she was going to sue them for everything and possibly could get for unlawful, what's it called, unlawful death, or not unlawful, what's it called, something death. But anyway, for that, they were like, yo, we got to get her some answers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to get some answers about this. And that's how they did all this whole investigation and stuff like that, as far as the Biggie thing goes. But that obviously remains still unsolved. But there's theories behind it that, there's a lot of them that I believe. Not a lot of them. There's the theory that I believe is that see Tupac's was a revenge kill. That was a karma, not karma, but just a revenge kill, because that happened earlier. Than I believe that. I don't believe anything else about anything else. Now, whether or not someone paid for them to do this, that remains to be seen. I don't know how much.
No. Your first story is right, because I remember me and a mutual friend of me and Wes have Moses. We were talking about this when it happened. And the first thing everybody was saying was like, "Yo, it didn't have nothing to do with Big and them. It was that.
It was what happened that night." Because first of all, let's make this 100%. Everyone has to understand. Tupac, as real as he was, as a real dude, but he was not a gangster. He was not. That's why he never claimed to be a gangster. He always said, "I'm a thug."
That. And God damn it, I can't think of the actor's name. But there was an actor that worked with him on Juice. No, it was was it Big Daddy Kane?
Omar Epps?
No, not Omar Epps. It wasn't Omar Epps. It was an older person. But they said, and Wes, you know, I've always been saying this. I was like, Tupac didn't become the Tupac that we know now until he did Juice. Once he did Juice, he stepped into the Bishop role, and he didn't he didn't drop character.
And then let it go, and never let it go.
He stayed in character.
Now he stayed in character. Now Tupac always probably had Napoleon complex, kind of a short dude, whatever. And on top of that, you gotta remember he got Black Panther blood running through his veins. So let's not forget that. You know what I'm saying? He's the son of a Black Panther, so you know he would. Yeah, he'll set it if he needed to, but he wasn't a gangbanger. You see what I'm saying?
No, he wasn't.
You know, and you messing with gangsters, man. You messing with gangbangers. Orlando Edison was a Crip.
You
know what I'm saying? Though that whole crew was Crips. And you really think they gonna let that ride? You go out and all y'all stomp this dude out, and you initiated it
publicly.
If it wouldn't have happened that night, it would have happened another day.
Yes, definitely.
Because they would have got him, unless they would have, if he would have got in touch with a high-ranking Crip, maybe like a Snoop or even higher than him.
Yep.
And they would have called it off. You know what I'm saying?
Tukey. He would have talked to Tukey, but Tukey in jail. But if you would have had to sit with him, maybe.
Because some cats still maybe. That's a big maybe with a capital M. Because guess what? Some cats would have been like, screw that. I got to get retribution.
We got to ride.
Stomp me out. We got to ride on this dude. He'll stomp me out, and all of them stomp me out like that on camera in public and everything.
That dude was humiliated. Humiliated. And listen, and as somebody who has anger management issues, who is quick to snap, and I could just see it just going no other way but that. I'm just what I'm surprised at is that they did it the way they did it, like publicly,
right?
Like
well, the way they
I don't know whether they did that to send a message. I don't know whether they did that to send a message, or it was just because
from what they said, the stars were aligned and everything fell in place. Because what happened was, so allegedly what Keefe D originally was saying, and even what the feds was saying, is that supposedly, according to him, he was contracted by Puff to kill Suge and Tupac, $500 apiece, $1 million for both of them. Right? This is his story now. It's alleged, right? His story. And they didn't go to Vegas that night to kill Tupac. They had no idea they were going to even run into him. They're just like, okay, well, we see him when we see him.
Oh, and give it context, Wes. Just to give it context, this was after Puffy's band got killed in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was after that. I believe that night was when he spoke to them, allegedly. So, according to Keefe D. And basically, they were out there just like everyone else was. Everyone was out there, for Tyson's fight. And so Orlando Anderson didn't even see Pac coming or the mob that was behind him. And then so it just lined up that way. And they were actually about to give up that night. They were looking for him, and they were going to try to meet him at the club that they were supposed to be going to, because they knew that Suge and him and all that was supposed to be at some club, like an after party for the thing. And they were going to try to get him there. But then they couldn't find him. They couldn't see something. It wasn't until those white girls started screaming Tupac's name, and he's doing what Tupac do, hanging out the car, whatever, telling them, come on, follow us.
West side.
Yeah, he doing what he do. Come on, follow us to the club, whatever. And that's when they're like, there he is. Okay, no time better than now. Let's just get it. So they were saying they were getting ready to just give up and say, yeah, we'll see him when we see him. Like, we'll get him another time. We'll get him in LA. But it just happened that way. And I'm sorry, all of these things that people, I'm like, listen, that's the most logical thing. And that 9 times out of 10, when a tragedy happens, the first immediate story is mostly closest to the truth. The first immediate story that comes out, and that was one of the first stories that came out.
Yep.
That it was him coming back, blah, blah, blah. That most of the time it's the closest to it. May not be the whole truth, because everyone don't never have the whole thing right away, but it's the closest to it. So that's what I believe of that. The Biggie thing was a hit. That was an orchestrated hit involving the LAPD. Allegedly, the hit came down from Suge Knight. This is what the Caden and all of his paperwork says. And and the sad thing about it is, no matter what, it shouldn't have happened anyway. But I mean, the dude who did it, he only did it for like $15,000 or something like that. And it was like, which is nothing to these people, obviously. And the bottom line is, everybody in the hood. You talk about, like Kev, you said the hood, the streets know what happened. Everybody in the streets know what happened to Big, and they not telling. They laugh about it. They laughing about it. They didn't give a F about Biggie. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
They're like, yo, yeah, that's like common talk in the hood of LA. And then because everything the way that happened with them, with the shoot, and they pulled off and the car just disappeared into the night. Man, they had a chop shop on deck, probably.
Ready for that.
A garage on deck for that dude to pull
that's
in.
why that LA police officer was he was a known blood affiliate.
Yeah. There was a couple of them. They were all under what's his face, Reggie, whatever, Junior, whatever. They all they had a few of them on death row payroll. So to me, all of that lines up. Bottom line is this, that whole situation was just crazy. They still talk about to this day. So I say all this to bring it back to Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Also, when you think about Lil Kim and Foxy Brown, that came to shots. You know what I'm saying? There was shots fired at Foxy and her crew. They was allegedly part of Kim's crew. So guess what? That could have been fatal.
Yeah.
It got that bad.
Remember, Kim went to jail over that shit. She didn't sit.
Yeah, she went to jail. She had to sit.
But she still went to jail.
She went to jail over it. And guess what? So now you got these two, and you're both mothers, you're both wives, even though, Nikki's husband, he's a thug. And I'm gonna tell you right now, God rest his dead, my cousin Light, who was a blood from South Central. I mean, not South Central, from Jamaica,
Southside
Queens, South
Jamaica.
Jamaica, Queens. Yep, Southside Jamaica, Queens. He went to school with 50. He rode with those cats. Like he wasn't down with 50, but he knew them all. And he knows Kenneth Petty. He knew him. And he told me years ago, oh yeah, he get busy. He bust his gun for sure. He's like, oh, he was thorough. That's what they said. He was thorough.
Thorough.
when a dude from Queens said he thorough, yeah, there you go. It was two things they either said. They either said he's thorough, that just means all the way around, or he said, he'll just be blunt with it, be like, he gets busy. Exactly. He gets busy. So it's like, yeah, he get busy for real. Oh, word.
And that generally means if they say he gets busy, that means that hand game is crazy. The hands is it's phenomenal.
Yeah. And that's what it was. So he's like, yo, yeah, I know Petty. You get busy. So it's like, yo, he's the but so my thing is this. Y'all need to calm down. So basically, if this keeps escalating, yeah, he's in trouble. He's definitely in danger of going back to jail. But if he do something crazy, but cats like that, once they get rolling, it don't matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. Like
it don't.
Remember, he married to, unless she divorced him if he went back to jail. But the bottom line is, just like what's his name, Tony Yayo used to say, yo man, if 50 say get him, I'm gonna get him. I'll make money in jail. I can make money in jail. I don't care. Like word, like, they don't care at that point. Yeah. So you got this thing has to stop now, Nikki. You're the only one that could truly stop all this, because in my opinion, she's the one that can call off him, can literally just say, look, y'all don't have to be friends, but let's dead this. We don't even have to get money together. Like, we don't have to ever speak to each other at all. But I'm not going to,
but we could be civil.
And it's messed up because people like Meg Thee Stallion get caught in the middle.
Gets caught in the middle. Meg Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, all these people get caught in this whole thing because what happens is, even when they do start to calm it down, then the fans get back going. You got Cardi's fans.
And I gotta say this too.
You got Nicki's fans.
Yeah, and I gotta say this too, because especially Queens dudes. Yo, Queens dudes be on some real loyal stuff. And it don't matter, girls or guys. Queens people be on some, yo, if you ride with me, you ride with me. I don't care. I don't care about nothing else.
That's the whole thing. She's the same. 50 is like that. She's like the same thing. Okay. If you she basically turns her nose up to anybody that rocks with Cardi. Even if they rocked with her first. And her fans reinforce it. And she does her little things to let her fans do what they do. But anyhow, that's the they need to dead this, man, for somebody really gets hurt or worse. Somebody gets killed. Yeah, I mean, so
and it's unfortunate we don't learn the lessons of the past. But when you don't learn those lessons, you're most certainly going to repeat.
Yeah.
The definition of insanity
is right, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting something different. Definition of insanity. So I was looking at there's a trailer out. John Woo, the great master of action, John Woo, has a new movie that it's called the hell's the name of the movie again? Silent something. Or let me get the name.
The Thanksgiving movie?
It's called Silent Night. This movie is an action film with no dialogue.
What?
It's yeah. I'll repeat that. It is an action film without dialogue.
With no dialogue.
No dialogue. It's about let me read it. Let me read it right here. Let me find it again and read it. Silent Night, John Woo. And the trailer looks crazy. Like, so let me see here. It's actually John Woo directed, and it's the producers. It's from the producers of John Wick. Let me just read the actual thing here. When I go to this stupid movie web, it be wow, acting stupid. Let's go to Collider, maybe. John Woo, yeah. Silent Night. So basically, it's a film. It's an action film that's it's a Hollywood trope that's been done a million times. We already know that. It's like it's like a revenge movie, right? Dude, his family gets someone gets shot up. It's almost like a Punisher type of story. Shot up, family gets shot, or he gets shot up. His kid dies. And he goes on a killing spree. It's nothing new as far as what we've seen. What's different about it is there's no dialogue in the movie. It's a straight action film with no dialogue. It says an action thriller, Silent Night, comes out December 1st. Joel Kinnaman plays a man seeking revenge for the Christmas season death. Christmas season death of his young son, who was accidentally killed in the course of a shootout between gang members. The twist, like the recent science fiction horror movie No One Will Save You, this film from legendary director John Woo is essentially dialogue free. Kinnaman's character having been shot in the throat at the start of the movie. It was a very smart script, and this is some quote, I guess maybe from him. The very smart script, and the story really touched me because I have 3 children. Woo, whose credits and obviously includes 1989's The Killers, 1997's Face Off. He tells the biggest challenge is how do you make the audience accept the story without dialogue and get them moved by the story, let them understand they're not missing something. And in the course of the film, Kinnaman's character physically transforms as he learns fighting techniques and gets himself in shape for the confrontation with the gang members responsible for his son's death. Wu explains that the act. Go ahead.
I was going to say, is it that his character doesn't have dialogue, or the whole movie doesn't have dialogue?
From the trailer, it looks like mostly the whole movie doesn't really have dialogue. Wu explains that the actor was very into the character. He was always pushing himself so hard to work out. Wu says the Suicide Squad star did 99% of his own stunts. And he was also training with our fight coordinator every day, just rehearsing and training, and all of the action sequences. He tried to give a real performance, but only with his eyes. His eyes have so many stories and so many emotions. I was so happy to work with him. That's John Woo, end quote. And then it says here, the cast of Silent Night also includes Scott Mescudi, aka Kid Cudi, who plays a cop. I've seen Kid Cudi act. He's been acting for a little while now. And then when he came onto the set, blah blah blah. Okay, that's just them talking about. But yeah, essentially they said since just the whole movie. If you watch the trailer, which is actually a pretty good trailer. Yeah. I don't think there's much dialogue, if any dialogue, in the movie at all. Like dialogue that you're getting from the movie is more like sound bites, like maybe TV, like you hear the news person on the TV. oh, so and so, a young, he might be going over in his head. A young boy was killed in a shootout. Blah 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 blah. Like that's what you hear. But dialogue, as far as coming from the characters, and you'll probably hear like, yells and screams and things like that, but no real dialogue in a movie. No one-liners. No, I'm gonna kill you. No, stick around, stuff like that. No one-liners. No catchphrases. It's just killing and ass kicking. And like I said, you will hear probably little dialogue as far as like things that's kind of so the audience still has to know what's going on, because it's not like it's a silent film with subtitles, you know what I mean? So you'll have stuff so this film is gonna have to be told, the dialogue is have to be replaced by good sound design and good score. That's gonna have to evoke your emotion to help you gain the story, because action is action. Everyone's gonna like action stuff. You're racing cars, you're shooting, you're blowing shit up, blah blah blah. That's action. Okay, fine. But the dialogue part, the story, the heart of the story, which is obviously him, going after people, the son getting killed, that has to be told. The emotion got to be invoked there from the score and from the sound design. So we may hear him. Remember, he can't talk. He can't talk at all because he gets shot in the throat. And they have a scene where in the trailer where he's like trying to scream, and he's grunting. He's not screaming. So it sounds. It's not completely silent movie where there's no sound.
That's what I think it's gonna be like. It's gonna be like Miss 45, probably. If the dialogue is probably gonna come from surrounding parties, but
surrounding
that character,
things.
Yeah.
But from what I heard, a lot of the main characters don't have a lot of dialogue. I'm sure there'll be sound. So, and there'll be people if he's shooting somebody, they're gonna be screaming. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be yelling. If maybe he rolling up on a group of gang members, and there's group chatter. You can't really hear what they're saying. You can't make out what they're saying, but they're talking. You know what I'm saying? Group chatter, where it's like, oh, they just chilling, they talking, and they all, oh boy, whatever, playing a dice game, whatever. And he roll up on them, start busting them. They're like, yeah, they're gonna respond to it, but it's not gonna be no real dialogue. It ain't gonna be like, yo, who are you? Who the hell are you? And then he say, I'm your worst nightmare, something like that. None of that's gonna be there. So I'm definitely checking this movie out. As a filmmaker, I got to see how he pulls this off. I got to see how he pulls this off. I'm going strictly for that. I mean, obviously, like I said, the story has been done a trillion times in Hollywood, in action films. It's a Hollywood trope. The revenge movie. I'm killing you because I'm getting revenge for someone that died. That's been going on for centuries. So
this has been going on since the 70s.
Yeah, for generations it's been going on. So that's cool. It's Death Wish without dialogue.
That's funny because I was just thinking about Charles Bronson in my head.
Death Wish, Dirty Harry, Vigilante, stuff like that. Go ahead, make my day. No catchphrases. No, you know what I'm saying? Like my man. Shout, man. Rest in peace, Charles Bronson. I know you've been gone for a while, but yeah, I love to be some Charles Bronson, man. Yeah. Actually, one of my favorite Charles Bronson movies is one that a lot of people don't talk about. They talk about the Death Wish movies. One of my favorite Charles Bronson movie was 10 to Midnight.
Right.
Yeah. 10 to Midnight was my joy. And now oh my goodness, boy. That movie, I'm gonna tell you right now, movie hit
the only Charles Bronson movie that I own.
10 to midnight.
Really?
Wow.
Yep.
10 to
The
midnight.
only
And then
Charles Bronson movie that I actually own.
I liked all of the Death Wishes, but my favorite one was Death Wish 3 when he was dealing with the gang members, and they had that crazy gang member that was like, he was really, hard to kill. That gang member that he was dealing with in Death Wish 3, they were ridiculous. They were killing old folks and everything. Like, they were so bad.
Yeah.
It was and they had my man, they called him the Giggler because he was a runner. He run and he be laughing while he snatched purses from people and stuff. And he had the one so messed up. Yo, he went and snatched the purse. I mean, actually, no, Charles Bronson baited him. He went and bought a brand new Canon camera or Nikon camera and threw it over his shoulders while he walking down the street. And that dude, the Giggler, saw that, was like, yo, ran up on him, snatched it. Yo, he pulled out that 357 Magnum.
So his ass up.
Yo, put a hole right through him to the front. Yo, shot him in the back, and it came out through the front. And the black lady was like, he killed him good. She's like, yo, he stole my pocketbook last week. I'm glad he's dead. Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, they just don't make them like that anymore, man.
No. The movies will be canceled today. People will be like, oh, they're all the butthurt people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on.
They probably wouldn't, because it's a gun movie, so the conservatives will be supporting it. So,
not 10 to midnight, though. 10 to midnight probably wouldn't get made today because of the very tone.
With the tone of it, with the man getting naked and killing the women, like that was his way of having sex with them, is killing them. With that movie would be a dope movie, though. Yeah. That movie would be a dope movie if they would have re-rated it, but they wouldn't do that today. Yeah, can I have your number? But
that's the years of original Hollywood ideas started dwindling away.
Oh yeah, now it's just, what else can we remake to
rinse
make
and
money?
Repeat.
Rinse and repeat. So I'm definitely going to check out this Silent Night because I want to see how John Woo does it. I want to see how he does this. This is very interesting, and I think it's also from the producers of John Wick. So we will
Speaking of
see.
John Wick, have you guys started watching The Continental on Paramount?
Have not yet. I was just about to bring that up because there's some nice spin-off shows. The Continental's on my list. I'm probably gonna start that this weekend. And Gen V is out now.
Man. I am in love with Gen V. I am in love with that.
I love it too, man. Like, that is Gen V is a spinoff. It's a spinoff from The Boys. It's from the world of The Boys. And if you're a fan of The Boys, you will love this show because it's essentially almost the same show. It's in the same universe because this is about basically the young version of kids that were, because you gotta remember, you learned in The Boys that V is the drug that like these people are not just unique, right? Yeah, they're not unique. They're not born. They're not mutants. The parents injected them with what's it called? Compound V. The parents injected them as babies, and then they got these powers. So this is like a school. It's like a very twisted Xavier school.
It's like if you look at the tone of it, this is what New Mutants should have been.
Yeah. This is what New Mutants should have been. So it's in the same
and almost the same concept, actually. When you think about the storyline, it's almost the same concept of them being
mutants were mutants. Yeah. So
not just the mutants of mutants, but spoiler alert. But that they were they were in this facility that was basically put together to test their powers or whatever the case may be.
So this facility here, this college, if you will, gets these young possible future heroes ready for the world. Basically, it's basically like the minor leagues for
superheroes.
What do they call it? For Vought. For Vought, there's the company that pretty much manufactures the superheroes. This is the minor leagues. They're the ones that train. All of the other superheroes from the 7 came from here. Like a lot of them. Starlight. What was the other one?
Starlight. The Speed guy. I forgot what his name is. A-Train.
Yeah. A-Train and the Deep. They all came from this school.
And they and not only did they come from the school, but you only got 2 choices, either to be,
an
streamlined to be an actor, or to be streamlined to be a hero somewhere.
Crime fighter,
crime fighter,
It's really, really, they put out, it's on obviously on Amazon Prime, which is where the boys are. They have new episodes every Thursday.
The first 3 episodes.
They blessed us with the first 3 episodes. New episodes every Thursday. I'm already loving the characters in it. I'm in. I'm 100% in on this one. And it's smart for them to do this, because this is the second spinoff show, right, from the boys, because the boys have that Diabolical, that's an animated spinoff. So this is good. I don't know, did you ever get into the boys, Ralph? Ralph, you're on mute. Ralphie boy, did you ever get into the
Sorry, guys.
Ralphie boy?
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Ralphie boy, did you get into did you ever get into that show, The Boys?
No, it's on my list of stuff to watch. I just got too much stuff to go through. I got something here. I'm gonna put my camera on. I might crack this open today. I was very lucky to catch this, but I got my hands on this. I don't know if y'all can see that. Right, that's the Loki. That's the
Loki.
Yeah, that's the Blu-ray for Loki. It was very hard to catch because they didn't make a whole lot of them.
Well, they didn't.
But I was lucky to catch this one. So I said, let me take a look at this and check it out. But but no, the Boys is on
season
the
2 is about
list.
to come out from Loki.
That's why Loki 1 is out. Probably why it's out now.
Yeah, that's why they put
coincidentally one of the issues with the striking writers, the actors that no residual. So here's Disney's attempt to show, hey, we thinking about you guys, bastards. But it's on the list. It's on the list stuff to watch.
Well, yeah, bro, you might want to move that up on your list, because number one, it is a whole different take on superheroes.
God, Jesus Christ. Listen, season 2, episode 1. We talked about it on air.
Season 1, episode 1.
Was it season 1 or was it season 2, episode 1? I thought it was season 2, episode 1.
No, season 1, episode 1 sets everything up as far as it, really.
No,
it just throws you off.
I'm talking about the one particular scene from season 2, episode 1.
You just gotta watch it. You
Ralph,
watch
you just gotta watch it. I can't even talk about it and spoil it.
I'm telling you, after you watch the very first episode, you're gonna be like, "Whoa, what the F did I just watch?" You're like, "Yo, but you can't go be able to stop watching it." You're like, "Yo, I gotta watch it again." And season 3.
I'll get to it.
What's season 4 coming up, right?
Yeah, season 4. Yeah, no, season 3.
It's season 3. They only got 2 seasons of The Boys. I thought they had 3.
Yeah. I think only 2. This season coming up should be the 3rd season. Oh, hold on.
No, I thought this was 4. I'm gonna look and see, bruh. All I gotta know, all you gotta know is,
this is season 4.
This is season 4.
Yeah,
we got 3 seasons, but you could really watch season 1 and then watch the and I don't know why they stopped doing that. They had an after show that they were doing every week they only did it for season 1 though, where they were interviewing people from the show, the actors, and so just like they do with Talking Dead and The Walking Dead. That became a thing for a minute where people were doing after shows. Anywho, yeah, you might want to move that one up, bro, because this show here is really good too.
Yeah,
and you really like this show is designed to carry you over to season 4 of The Boys, basically, because this is what's going on. It's happening in between season 3 and season 4 of The Boys. And you even got some cameos, and I heard there'll be more cameos from some of the main actors from The Boys in this show. Makes sense because they're that connected. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're that connected.
And I just want to point out one thing. I don't understand. This is the Boys are technically kind of sort of DC canon.
Yeah, they're like a parody of them. Not a parody, but yeah, like.
And I don't understand why. Anyway, no, I'm not going to do it. Never mind. Just rewind. I didn't even say nothing. Yeah. Never mind.
But in theory, Ralph, the 7 is like the Justice League. They're basically like a dark version of the Justice League. The main guy, the Homelander, he is Superman. Basically, he got the same powers as Superman. He's basically the kid from Brightburn grown up.
Oh, great.
Yeah, he's a very, he ain't Superman. He just got Superman powers. They got a character named Queen Maeve. She's basically Wonder Woman. Like they purposely did it that way. You know what I mean? Like these characters, they mimic the characters of, Someone just asked, have you seen the new show? The new Saw. They asked.
Nope. Not going to
Corey
watch
Williams.
it.
I haven't seen the new Saw.
Yeah, I'm going to go see it probably tomorrow.
No,
yeah, I might check it out. I see. Me and India kind of be getting on these movie stuff now, and I know she's a horror fan, so we may end up going to see that. But before that, I want to go see the mystery. I want to see the horror mystery.
Murder in Haunting in Venice.
Haunting in Venice. Yeah, I want to see that. I got a few of them I gotta go check out, but I'm so far behind with Saw, and I don't know if it makes a difference because they kind of like, I don't know what this one is, so I don't know. I'm still bugging at the dudes that was in Project Greenlight, and they had that terrible movie on Project Greenlight. They went on to write a lot of the Saw movies.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
But this is my thing with the Saw movie, and this isn't a spoiler because it is that they brought back Jigsaw, but you killed him off in the third movie. So,
that's what I was wondering. Like,
I know that, but it's a horror movie. Who the hell?
Yeah,
I mean, you already know that. Every villain in a horror movie gets killed off at the end of the movie.
But this is the thing. This is actually the 10th Saw. So you killed the character off in Jigsaw in the third movie. So you got numbers 4 through 9, no Jigsaw. Now all of a sudden you bring Jigsaw back. Like,
is he back?
But to give it more context,
it's kind of like a prequel. It's kind of like a bridge in between 2 and 3, somewhere around there.
Maybe I'm not sure, but the one thing that is solid about the Saw movies is that Jigsaw got it. He had like a whole thing laid out, like that's how the movies all interconnect, because as one group of people dies, there's a connection to the next movie. So that's what I'm wondering, how this fits into the chain of events. I actually like the Saw series.
I like the first two.
Corey Williams says he won't die, just like Tiger's rap career.
Oh, damn.
I don't know why. Shots fired.
Wow.
Shots fired.
Like whose rap career?
I like the first two
Tiger.
songs. I didn't like the third one, and as it kept going, I was like, nope.
Yeah.
I did hear that Jigsaw, the one that not Jigsaw, the one that Chris Rock did wasn't bad. What was it called?
It wasn't. It wasn't
Oh
bad.
yeah, yeah. That was called something else though. It was
Spirit
called
or something. But I heard,
Spiral.
Spiral. I heard
Yeah.
Spiral wasn't bad.
That movie was good. That movie was good.
Interesting. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen it though, but we appreciate you joining the chat room, Corey. I haven't seen it yet, but when we check it out, we'll keep coming back. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button and the bell so you know when we do our shows on Mondays. We'll talk about it once one of us see it. And I'm like, saw 10. Was there actually 10 movies in this thing?
Yeah.
There's actually 10.
There's 10.
Wow.
Went from Saw, then it was I think it was like up to like Saw 7, then it went to Jigsaw, then it went to Spiral, so now it's back to Saw.
I wonder if it's those same dudes that wrote it. Peter Goldfinger, Josh Stolberg. I don't know if those are the guys, but those other two dudes that did what was the name of that movie? The first movie that they did. It was called like I forgot the name of it, but it wasn't good. That was on Project Greenlight. And I remember Matt David was like, "Yo, the movie's not good." He was like, he didn't want to do it. He wasn't in it, but him and Ben Affleck was running it back then, and he was like, "I don't think we should do this script." But hey, they went. This is what happens. You get that recognition, you get that opportunity, and you may not have turned out a hit movie the first time, but they got the opportunity again to work on one of the Saw movies. So I think the franchise had already started, and I think they came in like part 2 and 3 or something like that, and wrote those. So
like I said, I liked 1 and 2. After that, one just went.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I fell off a long time ago, but we'll see. Speaking of which, bringing back horror from the master of doing that, Jason Blum and Blumhouse, are now got their eyes set on the Friday the 13th property. Yeah,
That's
he's
gonna be a
like,
problem.
he was like, I would love to spend some time at Crystal Lake. He says, so, you know how they do, So he's like, we want to really go back to the basics. And, he's like, obviously I got a chance to do Halloween. He said, Halloween, in my opinion, is the greatest horror movie franchise ever. He said, that's why we wanted to do it and give it its proper, He said, but when it comes to franchises and the marketing and this, he was like, Friday the 13th is just off the charts. You know what I'm saying? He's like, the marketing of it and how long it was able to last. And those movies where people were going to those movies religiously watching those Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
I remember when Friday the 13th, I was in Memphis on summer vacation when Friday the 13th Part 1 and 2 was released on HBO. And we couldn't have cable in our building at that time. We had WHT, and at my aunt Ruth's house, they had full cable, and I would sit in her room just over and over and over and over and over again, watching 1 and 2, and then the next year that I was home, we didn't go away for the summer. We went to summer camp. And we went to 42nd Street, and I think it's the building that the Lion King is in now. It's either that theater or 2 theaters down on that side of the street. We saw Friday the 13th in 3D in the theater with the white.
That's
white
the third
shades
one
with the green lenses. Yeah,
that was the third one. Yeah, I remember that when I was a kid. But I went to see that, and they gave you the white shades with the green lens, and that was the one that's when he got his hockey mask. And he got the signature hockey mask. Was in that third one. That's right. Yep. He killed Shelby.
Shot the kid. Shot Shelby in the eye with the harpoon gun.
It was
he
on
shot,
last
no, he
night.
shot the girl. He shot the girl with the harpoon gun. They actually never saw Shelby's murder was off camera for whatever reason. And
yeah, that's right.
all you know, I remember it like it was yesterday. I haven't seen that movie in probably 20 years, but I remember it like it was yesterday because that movie made an impact on me because I watched it a lot.
It was on HBO last night.
Oh,
on one of the HBOs. It was
night?
Yeah, it was on last night.
Wow. Yeah, that was a good one. And my old boy was in there who we had on the show. Remember he was he was in the fourth one. He wasn't in that. Was he in the fourth one? Or is in that one? No.
Oh, you mean dude with the dirt truck?
David. I mean David. What's his name?
From Last American Virgin. I think it's the fourth.
Yeah. Monison. He was in the fourth one, I think. Yeah. Wanted to give Teddy Bear a kiss. Yeah, he was in the fourth one, I think. And but yeah, the third one, man, had that. Yeah, Shelby was the one who was the weirdo. He was the overweight dude, little pudgy dude.
Kept playing pranks on people.
Playing pranks on people, and that's what he was doing. Everybody, we used to laugh so hard with that chick. She was cute too. The one who he was like she was kind of stuck with him, and he was like, messing around. She was like, he scared her, and she's like, God damn it, Shelly. Why do you do these stupid things? She went off on him like, yo. She just went in. But
he just walked off in the woods pouting, like,
yeah, pouting, like, yo. She's like, listen, I like you for a friend, but you don't have to be a jerk. You know what I'm saying? And he just walks off into douchebag. He walks off, and next thing you know, that was it. You saw Jason with his mask on. And then she's like, stop playing around. And that was I took my 3D glasses off when they shot that harpoon. I was like, oh, hell no. I did not watch that. That harpoon felt like it was coming out the screen, yo.
Yo, it did.
I said,
really
no. I took those glasses off.
It really did. Like, it's only two horror characters that I ever had bad dreams about. Maybe three: the Predator, Jason, and Godzilla.
Yeah.
And Jason, I mean, I'm talking about full-on night terrors. Like,
and that part where, and then that's also the one where, because old chick that was an ill scene in the barn. After he already killed the three bikers, then in the barn and she hung him. She put the thing around and hung his ass. And then she opened the thing, and he's there.
And he grabbed the top of that rope and pulled himself up. Yo.
Pulled himself up, pulled his mask off, and she's like, because she had already seen him. Remember? She had saw him when he was a kid. That's why she's like, you? And that was crazy. I said, yo, that was wild, man. That was a dope one, though. That was probably the best one. That might have been the best one, part 3.
No, two was the. It's arguably between
2 was crazy too.
It's between 2, 3, and the one with Dudley.
The one with who?
Dudley. The little black kid Dudley.
Oh,
from,
5.
Dudley.
5.
No, I didn't like that one. I didn't like that one at all. I think I was bummed out that wasn't even Jason.
Yeah.
That bummed me out. But I like the one with,
with
course,
Tina?
4. I like the one with 4. That was with, dude from the Lost Boys. Tommy. He played Tommy. And then I like the one
with Tina.
That's the girl who had the telekinesis.
Yeah.
I like that one. That one was cool.
6.
Only the reason why I like that one is because you got a chance to, like, someone actually was able to fight him. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why it was like a challenge. Because otherwise he's just, and it was time. It was time at that point because he's just been slaughtering people for 6 movies straight. So it's like,
and nobody ever got the upper hand.
Right. No one ever got up hand on. So it's like, oh, she has this telekinesis. Okay. And yeah, and he's Ralph said 6. 6 was kind of cool too, but that was so stupid because Tommy brings him back, basically.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. You know the only reason I liked it, and this was wild, because what's the name? Alex Cooper had the song. No, Alex Cooper had the song "The Man Behind the Mask," and I used to see it all the time. And there's a scene when he's singing it, and Jason is on top of this truck, and the truck is on fire. And I was like, "Damn, that's a cool shot."
That is a cool
but just
shot,
for some reason, I just kind of like that one. I definitely the one with the telekinesis. I did like that.
Was that Jason? Was that Jason Takes Manhattan or no?
No,
that wasn't Jason Manhattan. That was just part 6. Yeah, Tommy. Yeah,
no, that was.
I remember that because the Tommy character was grown. Yeah, right. Tommy character was grown, and he, whatever. He ended up, he brought him back to life because
this fool up.
Why are you digging up Jason? I gotta know. I gotta see. Yo, it's him, man.
That was so. That movie made me so mad when he was down there digging up his body. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You were the one who ended him, and you talking to him. You gonna go and dig his body up? Yeah, that was wild.
I have to know.
I ain't got it.
Damn lightning bolt.
I bet you ain't got it.
I've been like, yo, dude, didn't you see Dirty Harry when homeboy said I got to know, and it turns out there was no gun, the bullets in the gun? I ain't got to know nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just at this point, nah. So that was that one was but that one had some good kills in it, but I mean mostly all of them had good kills.
I wonder where Blumhouse is gonna start off from. Are they gonna go back to the beginning?
I think
or are they gonna, because that last one, I like that last one.
Right, the one that kind of showed you how he got around so quickly.
With the
tunnels and stuff.
Man, listen.
I wouldn't be surprised if Blumhouse incorporates that, because that made sense. Like they actually made sense of how he, just popped up places all the time. Like he's here, and the next scene he's somewhere else, and be like, yo, he get here.
And you never hear him. You never heard him.
You never heard him. So I thought that made sense to me. That made sense to me.
Made a whole lot.
I had to go see that one in New York City, right, 42nd Street, and that remake, and we were watching it, and we're like, hold up, you bringing this guy out in the first 10 minutes, and then when the last kill, they went to black and said, everybody clapped like, yeah, this is gonna be good, and then it just went downhill.
Yeah,
it
was
that first 10 minutes
part about it. The part about it I liked was the fact that they kind of exposed how he moved the way he moved. That was cool. I wasn't a big fan of the actual movie, but I was okay with the concept of that. And I mean, I think they're gonna go. He said they're gonna go back to basics. They're gonna be like, they're not gonna go crazy with it. I don't think if they introduce the mother, if they do the mother, she'll probably be in like the first part of the movie.
Oh, damn. Hold up. If they said they're going back to the beginning, then they're probably going to have, they're probably going to, I won't be surprised if they do an opening scene with him actually drowning as a kid.
Yeah,
probably.
They're probably going to actually
really show it. Yeah, they're going to actually show it, probably. Because now everyone knows who Jason is. See, back then it was different because, it was a reveal, right? Because you had to wonder, they had to have a reason why this woman was killing everybody. Because you didn't know who the killer was in part one. There was no name. There was a no-name killer.
Not to the end.
Right, not to the end. When it's where he talks about what happened. So yeah, now they'll probably start off with Jason and the teenagers and him drowning, and the mother seeing it or whatever the case may be. So
now, the only other thing that I think that they might do is if they're thinking how we sometimes think. We don't need the origin story. We know his origin story.
Yeah. So they're not going to go the whole
now see,
shebang.
Now, wait. Now, in this case, I think you do need the origin story because
we've never actually seen it.
well, not is that the original one came out over 40 years ago. So in this case,
No, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
And like to add to that is we've never actually seen it. You know what I'm saying? Played out. Like you said, it was in flashbacks. So we never actually seen it play out. So it was like, oh man.
And since Friday the 13th is so associated with Jason, and when you ask, they didn't scream. When he's asking him the question, who was the killer of Friday the 13th, she said Jason. Like, no, if you were really a fan, you would know the first killer was his mother. So a lot of people wouldn't even equate the fact that his mother
would equate the first one.
In the first
that
movie.
was a trick question. That was a trick question because she was like, well, to her that's when she's like, Jason, I know that I've seen the movie 1,000,000 times. It's Jason. He's like, no,
he said, if you would have known the original killer, it was his mother, Mrs. Voorhees, not Jason.
Mrs. Voorhees.
Jason comes to the second one.
And but you know what was messed up about that? It was such a good trick question. Anybody, even us that are seasoned, would have said, "Oh, Jason." Because
because the reason why I agree with you, Kev, I agree with you on that, and the reason why I agree with her, Ralph, is because she was also under a lot of pressure. This dude was killing people.
Yeah, exactly. The first he's like, "Oh shit, who was the killer Friday 13th? Oh, forget Jason." What? No, it's Mrs. Voorhees.
That's really what it was. She may have even known that because she never said that she didn't know, but she answered so quickly. Remember, this was the last question. Yeah. Remember, because she had 2 questions that she got wrong, and wasn't he like cutting somebody up or something like that?
Her boyfriend.
Boyfriend. And then he's like, "Oh, sorry, but thanks for playing." And then he kills the boyfriend. But it's like she's under pressure. So it's like, who is the killer? Friday 13th. Jason. You're like, no. You got to listen to the question. I said in Friday the 13th.
Yeah, like if you don't hit the buzzer until I finish the question.
Yeah. They pulled a Steve Harvey Family Feud and say something crazy. He's like, what? Yeah. So we're about to end the show. So the poll
before we do, I actually have a question to ask you two guys, because I saw something on Twitter the other day that made me start thinking about this. Right. The question is simply this: who from another film universe do you feel is worthy to hold Thor's hammer? I saw that and I was like,
Okay. I would say, well, I'm pretty sure Superman would be able to pick up his hammer.
There was actually a comic, I think, where Superman picked up Thor's hammer.
Yeah, they had that crossover comic. Yeah, it was a crossover comic that they had when the DC universe was going against the Marvel universe, which was pretty interesting. I don't know if anyone else in DC can pick up the hammer because they all kind of corrupt.
And you gotta remember too,
Now, any universe, it don't have to be DC.
Yeah, it don't have to be DC.
I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think outside of outside the box. Technically speaking, a Terminator could technically pick up Mjolnir, like what's his face did,
like Vision.
Vision did, because he's
he doesn't really have a soul.
Yeah, he doesn't have a soul. He's metal, physical.
Who did you have, Ralph? Who did you think of?
Well, the question is who is worthy. You got to think of what Thor said. Like, you are worthy.
Yeah.
So I was looking at certain responses, and I kind of agree with two. Samwise from Lord of the Rings. Him.
Okay.
Luke or Leia.
Luke or Leia. Okay.
Pick it up.
Yeah,
I would say those two. Somebody else that I could think of that hammer
Well,
that you would deem
Spock.
is out. Yeah, I would say Spock. I'd say Spock.
Spock might be able to pick the hammer up. He might be worthy.
I think Spock would be someone that is definitely worthy of that.
But would he though?
I don't know.
And which iteration of Spock?
Nimoy.
Now, if you're talking about Nimoy, yeah, I can see that. But if you're talking about Siler, I always call him Siler.
Nah.
If you're talking about him, nah. That him ain't budget of his him.
For the record, no one in the Heroes universe would be able to pick up those.
No one.
They're all corrupt. Not one.
No, but when I said Siler, because I can't remember the dude's name, so I always call him Siler.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
it's Zachary. It's Zachary.
Zachary.
Oh, Zachary, that's his name? Okay.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm
wondering, do you think, I know you don't watch The Boys, that no one from The Boys can do it, but it's possible Huey from The Boys. Possible.
Huey
in season one, Huey.
Season one, Huey, yeah, most definitely.
Huey now is a dog like the rest of them. So season one, Huey, or it says Superman. Who else you got?
I would say Optimus Prime. I would say Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
I think he would be worthy. I think Ripley from Alien would be worthy.
Possible.
That would actually be pretty dope. That would be dope. That would be well. You know what? No, Ripley from Alien. Yes.
From Alien.
Alien. From Alien. Yeah, Alien.
Not the
Ripley,
rest of them.
Ripley from Aliens with an S.
No.
Plural? Nah.
I don't know.
Uncheck that box.
No, I would say yes, aliens, because I mean she was willing to give up her life for that little girl. So yeah, that makes her very worthy.
But the fact that she didn't want to go on the mission in the first place.
You know who else I would say could pick it up? He's from the DC universe. Shazam. Shazam could pick it up. Number one, he's magic. But number two, he's a kid.
He's a kid, yeah.
He's a kid out there risking his life as a full-grown superhero. So he'd probably be worthy to wield the hat. If he was worthy enough to become the champion for Shazam, for the Wizard,
somebody just popped in my head. Somebody just popped in my head. Jesus Christ. The Equalizer.
I was thinking the
Equalizer.
I would.
And you said, I know you said Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ too would be worthy to pick up those.
Yeah, I think Jesus Christ would really be worthy to pick up.
Strike you like that is my name.
Yeah, Equalizer. I could see that.
I could see that one. I saw someone else posted.
In the third one, he wouldn't agree with that. He started to believe he was just a bad person.
Yeah.
He thought he was a bad person. I mean, he tells that in the second one. He said you don't know what death is. You just don't know. But your actions speak more volume than what you have done. So I give the Equalizer. Someone else in that asked the question that answered. They said Rocky. I was like, yeah, I kind of think Rocky. Yeah,
Rocky probably. I say Rocky as well. That's the only Stallone character that'd be worthy to pick up.
The only one.
That's the only one. And there's and like you said, only the Terminator, because he just don't have a soul. And maybe the other not the Terminator that's programmed to kill. It would have to be the one that came back, to help her.
Yeah.
It'd have to be that
the version from Dark Fate. Her. Yeah.
Oh, but wait a minute though. It wouldn't matter which one it is, because in Asgard, magic and tech is one and the same.
Yeah.
So it's programming. So that's like out the window. That's kind of why Vision was able to pick up the hammer, because in Vision's case, he was just brand
Vision
new
was
to
like
living.
a brand new baby, though. He was just born, so to speak. Yeah.
Right.
So of course, Neo would definitely be.
Neo.
The hammer.
You know,
definitely. He's the one.
I had also thought, and I said maybe Hellboy and Alice from Resident Evil.
Maybe Alice.
Well, Alice before she gets her memory back.
Yes, Alice before she gets her memory back.
Yeah. Maybe, but that's it. I think, T'Challa. Maybe T'Challa could wield it.
No, because T'Challa got deaded. T'Challa got deaded the moment his father got killed. That was a wrap.
That's true. He had revenge in his heart. But you that don't mean that you remember you could change and then become worthy.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you can become worthy. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. So, somebody posted something that I thought was ridiculous. I said ridiculously funny because I was like, even they could pick it up. Someone said Woody from Toy Story. I was like, okay.
Hey.
Oh my God, yo! As soon as you said that, the first person that popped in my mind was Forrest Gump.
Somebody,
Forrest could pick it up
people
too.
Said Forrest Gump. People did say Forrest Gump.
Could definitely wield it. Yeah. Forrest Gump for sure. Rain Man.
Oh my God, could you?
Rain Man could pick it up.
Oh my God, Woody and Rain Man. Will near.
Yeah.
I don't know why that Woody, picturing Woody, that little Woody with that big ass hammer.
Woody with a big hammer. Yeah, I can go with that. I think off the top of my head, that's a good question though. That's a interesting, fun question to go with. You should have told me that earlier. I'd have put that as the poll.
That's a rabbit hole.
A couple of days ago. I saw that on Twitter a couple of days ago, and they had me.
Yeah, that'd have been a good poll. Damn. That'd have been a good poll question. But with a poll, we'd have to put multiple choice. We can't leave it open, but that would be interesting. I think that's
open as a thread. If you left that open as a thread, that would
just put it as a thread. We'll probably put it. Let's put it on the Real Talk Facebook. I think I can't think of no one else from DC for sure. Because DC.
The greatest American hero. Mork.
And probably Wonder Woman. I think Wonder Woman could wield it. Because especially when she first came from Themyscira, she didn't really know nothing from nothing. You know what I'm saying? So she could probably definitely wield it. And she's a god. Remember, she's a demigod herself.
She's a god.
Yeah.
She could definitely pick it up, probably. She definitely could.
I saw someone.
I said, Mork from Mork and Mindy.
Now I had saw this one. I was like, I thought about it. Someone said John McClane. I was like, See, that's what I kept saying. I kept saying, because I thought about it. I said, okay, let's get this right. He saved a building, then the airport, then New York City, then the country, and then his kid. He looked after his wife.
I don't know.
Twice.
Maybe.
John McClane.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
I would say more so. It's Samuel L. Jackson from Die Hard 3. His character.
Maybe.
Zeus
could wield it.
Zeus wielding
Zeus. Yeah.
We'll see. But I think what a lot of them would definitely be worthy. That's pretty funny though. But that's funny, Woody. That's funny. I definitely think Forrest Gump though. Forrest Gump would definitely be able to wield it.
Yeah.
That dude just got dealt a bad
hammer.
Like
He just
like
got
a box of
the,
chocolate. Don't make me strike you.
Don't make me strike you. And then
Janae.
yeah.
That's gonna call it Janae. Janae.
I'm gonna instead of Mariner, he's gonna call it Janae.
Janae.
I'm
I
gonna
can
call
take
it
your beautiful
Here's
name,
one
Janae.
last one. Here's one last one before we sign off.
Yeah.
Dude from the Green Mile.
Yeah.
With his mouth.
Oh,
Yeah.
Coffee. Oh,
Yeah.
John Coffey. Yeah, I didn't think about the guy with the because the guy was actually in jail because he did something bad. Coffee was in jail and he shouldn't have been in jail. So I would go with Coffee.
And the dude from of Mice and Men. The big dude.
Jesus Christ, the big dude, yeah.
Yeah. Poor guy. Yeah, he would definitely Lenny, right? Lenny?
Yeah, he'd be walking around like, do you need me to nail your shingles, man?
And then when the little guy tell him he'll be striking people for the little guy. Protecting him. That was his boy, yo. He did whatever for him. He rolled out for him. So
and that's what would disqualify him.
That's what would disqualify because he would do it because the other dude wouldn't be able to control him because he wouldn't know what to do with the hammer. So it's funny how people talk about Worthy, and I guess maybe because he created the hammer, but I mean Odin was an a-hole. You know?
Yeah, he really was.
Maybe because he created the hammer is the only reason why he was able to wield it if he wanted to. But Odin was
his dad created it. Thor didn't
That's
create
Odin.
It. Yeah, Odin.
That's what he said. He said Odin.
That's it. Odin. Yeah, so Odin was an a-hole. You know, but he still, as I said, maybe because he created it, he was able to wield it. You know, but shoot. I guess it maybe because of him being created is like an offset of the fact of, you know, anyone other than him and Thor has to be worthy. Because remember, at one point, Thor, that was a whole plot point of the first Thor. He had lost his word. He wasn't worthy anymore.
Worthy, yeah.
Couldn't lift it. So
that's why he took it from him and put the spell on it.
He put the spell on it. Yeah, that's right.
Do you think maybe someone do you think Lois Lane could wield the hammer?
No. I don't think because Lois Lane to me wouldn't have been worthy because she had too much. You know, she was what's the word? Not a conspirer, but you know, I don't know. She was self-gain. She had too much self-gain in her heart.
Yeah,
you know she was a scooper. She wanted to get the scoop. She just did whatever she needed to do to scoop. She wasn't really no hero.
She didn't care about who she hurt.
She didn't care about who got hurt in the process. Who got, you know, it wasn't until Superman, until Clark rubbed off on her. But Clark always constantly checking her. You know what I'm saying? Remember that there's that scene out there where Clark checks her. But it was a deleted scene from the Donner cut, where when she finds out that she discovers a Superman. Remember they shot that whole thing separately.
He said
she shoots him. She shoots him with a gun, and he's like, "See now,
what if it was real?"
What if that was real? Because she revealed that it was blanks, but he was like, "Oh, now Clark Kent could be dead. So you went through this to prove that I'm Superman, but what if you were wrong? You just killed a man. No, not with blanks." And I was but you can actually kill somebody with blanks. We won't get into the technicalities of that, but yeah. So the bottom line is she don't care about who gets hurt in the process. She just wants to prove her point and get to where she was. So she's definitely not worthy.
All right, I got two others. Charlie Brown. Can Charlie Brown hold out?
Charlie Brown. Doing that dance. They be doing that dance.
Yeah, you know what? Charlie or Snoopy could actually wield it.
I will go with Charlie. Well, really Linus. If you put, I think Linus.
Oh, Linus, forget about it. He'd have to put down the blue
blanket.
He would put down the blanket.
No, he would wrap the hammer in the blanket.
He'd wrap the hammer in the blanket. That's so bad. Yeah, and who was the other one you said?
What about Fat Albert? Could Fat Albert hold that hand?
Christ.
Hey, there was a movie
Jesus
Fat Albert.
Christ.
There was a movie Fat Albert. So
yeah.
but
Fat Albert.
could he legit?
Hey,
I got the hammer.
Hey, I got this.
And not for nothing, would He-Man be worthy of holding that hammer?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. He was worthy enough to wield the sword. It's now the 40th anniversary of He-Man, I think. I think it's the 40th anniversary of He-Man.
It is?
Yeah. By the power of Grayskull. Nobody else could do that. So you know him and She-Ra could probably wield the hammer.
Sure.
Both of them.
Yeah. So yeah, that is
That's
funny.
That's a rabbit hole question, man.
That is a rabbit hole. We could talk about that forever. We're gonna end the show though, but put that on the we'll put that question. We'll post it on our Facebook. Shout out to everybody that came through. Joseph Tanner, we appreciate you. New face popped in. Corey Williams, we appreciate you popping in, dropping in some questions. Of course, no nonsense was in early. Yeah, she was in here earlier. A couple other cats. Oh, my cuz Derek Westbrook came through. Shout out to you, cuz. Oh, we got to get that joint out to him too.
Yeah.
And then
somebody get me. I sent him an email. Please return the email. Oh, you have it?
I have his address you was looking for.
Yeah,
I have it. Yeah, I got it from him. I'll send it over to you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Everybody have a good night. We appreciate y'all. Get back at us next week. And the poll, I'm closing the poll now. The poll question that I had up from the beginning was, would you watch a film made only with AI actors? And it seems right now it's 71% no, and it's 29% yes. The question was strictly to see, would you entertain something if one of these studios decided, let's throw it out there, see if it sticks. Let's create a straight AI actors, not like, okay, fine. You watch like what was that? What was that
Alita.
movie? No, but Alita didn't have just strictly AI actors.
Well, yeah, it was a mix of both.
But I don't mean a CGI film like Final Fantasy. You know what I'm saying? I mean an AI actor, because that means because Final Fantasy had voice actors on that. This is a straight AI, so you just be completely new. It's just be an experiment. So 71% said no, 29% said yes, and that was
I'm of the 29%.
This is just I would definitely not. I would definitely not. I mean, not even just for I mean, I can't even say not just for. I have to say it. It's strictly because of the fact that that's crazy. I wouldn't support that. This is a craft that I do, that I live in, that I plan on, living the rest of my life in this craft. There's no way I'm going to support something that could potentially kick me out of the craft. So I'm not going to do that.
We don't need you
but really, you wouldn't be kicked out if you're writing the story and you're directing how everything goes.
No, I mean, you would, because you're not directed it. It's being done.
Oh, you mean just full blown AI?
Full AI movie, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would
full AI film. I wouldn't support that, not at all. That's signing your own death certificate. I wouldn't do that. But hey, some people would. But if you just want to, I'm sure there'll be people out there that would just entertain it because just to see. Hey, see how this is. Okay. They may like it, they may not like it, but they go check it out anyway, just off curiosity. But that's why I put the poll up. Because that's just because that's, obviously this is what everyone's talking about, right? But yeah, that's how we go, man. We'll get up with y'all next week. Thanks again, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the button, smash it on your way out the door. If you're just watching this later, make sure you like, subscribe, send it, share it to your friends. and we'll get up with y'all next week. Peace.